Yes, sir. He said, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the MELLO-ROOM. I am the one they call Ooze.
Yes,
Today
sir.
I'm in the building with my partner
You
in
already
crime,
know.
the
You
one
already
they
know who
call
it is.
Lucas.
Lukey, baby.
You see him, he holding it down back there, man, doing the Qing and EQing of what we got going on today in the function. You figure deal me?
Hell
So
yeah.
today is the MELLO-ROOM. It is another Sunday fun day, but we got a special treat for y'all, man,
It's a
because
artist
today is
appreciation day.
yes, sir. And you are, I mean, y'all already know what we do here on Artist Appreciation Day. We salute the artists to the utmost. We play as much of their music as we can. We try to show as much love
Yes,
as we
sir.
can.
All the time.
You know, we gonna be tagging artists, seeing what artists we could get in. You know, seeing if we could get some conversation, some dialogue back and forth with them. Y'all already know how it is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm excited, man, because we got a whole lot of music, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of music to play. You know, you guys tune in every week and we play some of it. Usually we pick ones we like and shit.
That's a whole
But you know,
fact.
today we get a chance to play more of the collection that they gave us.
That's
So
a
you know,
whole
it's a
fact.
lot less of our faces, more of the music, and more of the merch page.
Indeed, indeed,
You know what I'm
man. And
saying?
also, man, shout out to everybody tuned in. Shout out to Uncle Glenn. What's going on, man? I see you out there.
Yeah, man.
Big shout out to Uncle Glenn, too. Before we even go any further with the
Yeah.
shout outs, shout out to Uncle Glenn, man, because if y'all could see up here, you know, if y'all could see out there and we got the camera view,
Yeah.
you know, he came through with the rap snacks.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? And we've been looking to do that. We've been looking to get more, you know, more merch and shit to set up the studio with. Just
Yeah.
basically shit that supports
Background
what's
shit,
going
yeah.
on in the hip hop industry right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are uneaten rap snacks.
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna eat them.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna eat them. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? For all the ones that we get, we'll get a bag to eat and we'll get a bag to put
Yeah,
up. You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying? But you know, it's just showing love and showing support. Also, man, big shout out to Ayers Printing, the
Yeah,
family.
big shout out, man.
You already know, Jose, man. You already know, man. You hold it down for us, man, and you help us out with a lot. You know, a
Hell
lot of
yeah.
insight. We coming a long way, and we've been able to, you know, reach out to you for anything, any advice, and we appreciate
Yeah, he's
that.
doing this thing too, man, at Ayers Printing.
Doing this thing major. You know what I mean? Also, big shout out to iCravesDessert.net.
Yeah,
correct?
Go to iCravesDessert.net.
Indeed.
And then they got you know, special made cookies, handmade cutout cookies designed to your liking. And then they're delicious.
Yeah, man. Who don't like snacks, man?
Yeah, facts.
Especially on a day like today, you know, it's I don't know about
Yeah,
too
it's
many
like
other
every
places.
Sunday we have going
But,
on, man.
you know,
out
today is
here.
wet and soggy.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy out there. It's one of them days where you just want to be in the crib, chill, take care of little odds and ends you got around the crib, man.
Yeah,
and, you
yeah.
know, kick back. So why not kick
Chill
it here
in
with
the
us at
Mellow
MELLO-ROOM, you know?
You know what I
I
mean?
don't see no reason why not.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, Mike, what's going on, family? How's everything?
Ain't shit, man. I just want to give special shout out to some of the people that have been tuning in lately, yo, and you know, watching this on YouTube and Facebook.
Definitely.
We're live on both.
Yeah, we appreciate that,
I also
man.
want to give a big shout out to the winners of the past 2 weeks, the contest, Jesse James. Yo.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tag him in the comments. And D Ramirez, he was on YouTube, so I don't know if you can tag on YouTube, but
That's a whole fact.
I'll
And
still tag him in the comments.
also, it's pretty dope that we actually had two winners from two different angles
Yeah,
of
yeah,
what we
yeah.
got going on. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
so
that
cool,
was
man.
super
So you
dope.
guys are tuning in, and also there is a question today. So if you're tuning in, we'll give you a bit more chance to get online with us. But I will be asking the question soon. So by the end of the show, I need the answer, and you can win yourself a free T-shirt with a mask, or you can win some free studio time if you're a local, man.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, so shout out. Other than that, man, I just always working, man.
Yeah, man, I know you. We already know you're a workaholic, especially when it
Yeah.
come to here, man. A lot of people don't know how hard you be going for this place.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But let me tell y'all something. He is always on the ground when it comes to 1025.
Yeah, man.
You
I'm
know what I
just
mean?
trying to make sure everything worked properly, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm here pretty much every day, making sure the shit's functional.
That's a whole
You know what
fact.
I'm saying? So, you know, if you're looking to get studio time, hit us up, man.
Don't be afraid to hit us
go
up
to
because there
studio-
is somebody here. There will be somebody here
Yeah.
that, you know, tend to your needs as far as what you need done here.
Yeah, go to studio1025.com, man, and you'll see the phone number, the address, how to contact us through all the social media, all that stuff, man. It's
In
up
fact,
there. Check
that's
it out,
facts,
man.
And also, if you ain't
also
the
wanna
one
buy some
doing the
merch?
work, but you got somebody that you know out there looking to do work and looking to handle their business, don't be afraid to plug them up, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the sense in knowing where something is at if you ain't gonna share the knowledge? You
Yeah,
feel me?
facts, yeah.
So, you know, but anyway, man, here today it is Artist Appreciation Day, and we are excited to jump into all this artist music. You know what I'm saying?
Before we get into any music, just want to say a couple more things, yo.
Go ahead.
So the more we move along with this show, man, you know what I'm saying? Like we offering studio time with the studio and shit, and some free merch or whatever. Also, we trying to get a studio audience.
Yeah, that's something we definitely were looking
So
into doing as well.
I want to give the heads up now in the next up in the posts in MELLO-ROOM and shit like that. I'll be posting how to get into the studio, basically. You know?
Basically,
we have a bar
if you
set
would
up
like
here.
to become a part of a studio audience, just to really kick it, you know what I mean, come through, and it will be interactive, you know what I'm saying, so you won't have to feel like you're just sitting somewhere like a mannequin.
Yeah, we have a bar here. We interact with each other.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
definitely,
I'm saying?
we got a lot going on here. We got a chill environment.
We'll have a bartender and all that.
Yeah, we got a chill environment, so you know what I mean.
Sunday fun days, you know what I mean?
Something to do, you know what I mean. Get out of the house a little bit, come kick it here with us at the MELLO-ROOM, you know what I mean. If you guys got any questions, you'll be able to feel free to chop it up with us, ask us, whatever it is you guys may want to do, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Facts.
But yeah, and I'm excited for that. I think that'll be pretty dope and pretty cool.
Yeah, the more that shit opens up, you know, we gotta get some more people in here, man. Start getting part of the MELLO-ROOM. You see that, you know, this is actual place. Like we said, we bring community and friends and music together and shit like that.
That's a whole fact.
And we doing Sunday fun day. So what's better? Kick it with us before you head out to downtown, because we only like 5 minutes away.
That's a whole fact. We right here.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't even like we outside of the action. We right in the midst of the action. So,
yeah, man.
You know, you ain't, if you on your way to the action, you passing us to get to it. That's a whole guarantee.
Yeah.
So, you know, as far as what we got going on here, we extend our services out there to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so look forward to that, man, in the upcoming weeks in my posts, in the lives and shit. I'll show you how to get to the exclusiveness to get in here and shit.
Definitely.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
whole fact.
All right, yo. So anyway, with that being said, dog, let's get into a song, man.
Yeah, I said I was excited, man, because we got so much music, man. So who we want to kick off today's show with? Before we even do that, we going to have to tag them, get them in the loop, let them know, let's get them aware that we got it going on here today.
Well, since we didn't even say this in the beginning, let's give a big shout out to Rob Dent for being in here last week,
definitely, man. That was super dope, man. Last week's show was super fun. It was super dope. We have Rob Dent in here. Rob Dent is also a guest that we've had on a previous show. I believe it was the first season that he was on.
Like either the first season or it was like the first or second or the beginning of the second season. I'm not quite sure. I had to go back to the episodes. But
Either
it was one
way,
of those.
Man, he's a super cool dude. You know what I mean? We had a good time up here, man. We was chopping it up. Got to ask him a couple questions. You know what I mean? You know, just get some insight from him, see his perspective on a few things.
Yeah, where he's been at, where he's been doing and shit like that.
Also, he let us know about new music he got coming. You know what I mean? It was a couple projects that we actually even missed out on that he's going to be sending us music to, so we be able to blast off new music from him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So big salute to him, man, because last week we had a good time.
Yeah, definitely. So what I was saying was, why don't we just kick it off with a Rob Dent joint?
That's perfect. Hey, sound good to me, man.
Yeah.
And we actually got a new joint from him from last week, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me check this folder
here.
here.
See, we could jump right
as
into
I tag him in this
that's a whole fact.
In
you know
this
what I mean?
motherfucking live real quick.
And either way, man, y'all stick with us and stay tuned, man. We got a lot of shit coming up today, man. We're gonna chop it up a little bit about what's going on in the industry and different shit like that. You know, we're gonna talk sports. You know, we're gonna chop it up a little bit about the games. There's some games on actually right now. I was actually checking them out a little bit before I shot over here. So, you know, I'm sure those scores done got interesting. You know what I mean? So everybody, man, as far as with it, man, just sit tight and rock with us here at the MELLO-ROOM because we got a lot coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with that being said, man, Hold Up by Rob Dent, man. Shout out to Bobby Lee, tagged in the comments, yo.
Definitely. See, and that was actually a perfect song title, like always.
Hold
Hit
Up.
Right on time.
Facts.
Hit right on time. Hold Up by, you know, Rob Dent, Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We
Check them
gonna do
out.
it, baby.
Show that love, man. You already know what it is.
This nigga Suave done came back to motherfucking life. Shout out to that nigga B Suave, man. One of the realest niggas I know. Flynn over here chilling. I'm about to make us some millions. Lil' mama, what's the whole up? I don't mean to press ya, but you sleeping on me got me in a coma. Corporate goals, college girls getting them diplomas. Middle finger 9 to 5, you on the office. Screenshotting me when you listening to my songs, but you keep me on red. What's communication? Hold up, let me just wake from this dream. Hold up, let me get back to this cream. You a cute cute little thing. For some years I'm working. Always been a hustler, you smooth as Jergens. I'm low-key blowing up, you doing your own thing. You still inspire some of these things that I'm writing. Nothing's exciting without doing some sightseeing. Trips we agreeing, countries we should be fleeing. Through the days she's dancing, reality blocking. You living life based off a movie depicting. Looks can be deceiving, I'm into receiving. Genuine love, genuine hug, home cooked meal, back rub. Break you off back shots, and we back to schoolwork. But you in some boy shorts on, come on and you twerk. Laying under the covers, going over the future. How high I'm from the fly, different breed, a different creature. Asshole type of features, what I've been told from leisures. Been through so many, now we calling them Caesars. You always taking souls, the pussy will leave you scheming. Wake up in the morning, send out a good morning. Hey, what's up, received at a happy hour, ignoring. Now using drunk specs and women I don't expect. First way to regress, but I'm married to the money. Get the power to respect. I'm collecting like 3 texts, nothing come from a dream. So she sleep at her own request.
Mama, what's the whole
What's up?
I don't mean to press ya, but you sleeping on me got me in a coma. Corporate goals, college girls getting them diplomas. Middle finger 9 to 5, you on the office. Screenshotting me when you listening to my songs, but you keep me on red. What's communication? Hold up, let me just wake from this dream. Hold up, let me get back to this cream. What's up?
We back. Y'all already know what it is, man. That was Hold Up by Rob Dent. Shout out to Rob Dent. That's Bobby Lee on the social media lane if y'all want to check him out. You know what I mean? And like I said, big salute to him, man. Last week he was here, kicked it, chopped it up with us. We went through a whole lot, man. We talked about entertainment shit, had a few good laughs. So, you know, you already know, man.
It's always good to see him. Doing
it is always good to see him, man. And that's family. And he ain't too far, you know what I mean? He ain't too far from here. So you never know when he may pop up on us here at the MELLO-ROOM. You know what I mean?
Man. Shout out to Rob Dent, man.
Mm-hmm. Big shout out, man. But like we said, man, it's Artist Appreciation Week. And what we like to do here when it is that, we like to play a lot more music, get y'all a lot more in tune and familiar with the artists that we
like
have.
the MELLO-ROOM radio station, baby.
Exactly.
You're locked in with MELLO-ROOM radio station.
You know what I'm saying? So we like to get y'all more in tune. And what we're going to do here, next up, we got a joint from, you know what I mean, a person that basically him and his team, they've been showing us support, been showing us love, been sending us fire to rock out with us.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's only right that we pay that same homage back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hanzo Blade and the whole
shout out
Groundwave
Hanzo
movement.
Blade, man.
You know what I'm saying? They just got some more extended family that just came home. So I already know that the brains is working over there and they got a lot that's going to be coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So y'all get
I
into
can't wait
and
to
get
hear
in
some
with
of
them.
the new shit they got
Oh,
coming
you already
towards
know.
us. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny, too, because when he be posting the beats and all that, he let you know which ones he keeping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get a good idea where it's going. He don't tell you what project is going to be for what, but he let you know, like, this one ain't for sale. These is up for the market. But you can still get a listen to what, you know, what's cooking. You feel what I'm saying? So big shout out to Hanzo Blaze and the Groundwave movement.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
let's play one of his joints off of his joint, Birds of Prey.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? And we always play the usual Bite the Bullet and Drum Machine. Let's go with the Moment in Time featuring Knox and the E-Nails.
That's a whole fact. We could definitely do that, man.
Yo, so shout out Hanzo Blade.
Shout out
tag
Knox
him
and
in the
E-Nails. We're
live.
going to get into a moment of time, man, because everything is always about a moment in time.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, man, that's a whole fact.
So here we go, man. Moment of time. Sorry.
Y'all already know, man. Salute.
Living lost in this world like a ghost in a shell. So we all pray for heaven, getting closer to hell. Money is a root of evil since your soul is for sale. The system only wants to see a nigga broken in jail. Judge throws the book at us, then they open the cell. Lock us up inside a cage until we old and we frail. Looking forward to the day that we could open the mail. Like us, some of the OGs wasn't coaching as well. It's crazy how some niggas hate to see they homies excel. 99% of them won't even loan you the bell. Close friends acting bugs, so I chose to repel. Ain't no telling what they'll do for that blow on the scale. Could be your closest homie that'll blow a hole in your tail. Local with some of they motors, folks are just over the rail. Whether you live the fast life or move slow like a snail, make sure to always keep it real on the road that you trail. I know you can't hear us through the walls you behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time. I know you can't hear us through the walls you behind.
Artist Appreciation Day, man.
Rocky,
Tune
hope
in,
that
baby.
everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time. Word.
Made 10 bands before I went to jail. Told my lawyer suck my fucking dick. I ain't dropping bail, nothing outside for me. I'd rather be inside the cell. Called him on some sales. Prayers up, son, I wish him well. I throw all my money in the wishing well. To see my dead friends for 5 minutes. Fuck a Louis belt. None of that material shit is worth a spot in hell. I've been on a spiritual path. Fuck a paper trail, I see it in his eyes. So ready, don't know how to feel the pain. Turned to homie wise, but took all his emotions, yo. I see it cause I know it well. When you out, middle fingers, anyone they send you mail. The hunt for the holy grail is useless. It's inside you, but real tip. Keep your eyes on the Judas. They waiting patient to deprive you of any self-worth. Don't give them what's inside you, yo.
I know you can't hear us through the walls you behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time. I know you can't hear us through the walls you're behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time.
I understand not everything works out how it's planned. Keep your head up and move forward. Present yourself as a man. And when them hard times come, remember you got your fan, we got your back. You know that's facts. You know we gon' do what we can. Play this back when you feel trapped. Get the notebook, grab the pen. Remember all them times we rhyme, cause it gon' happen again. Till then, homie, do what you do. You know the crew gon' kick the sound, cause all around we some truth. So visualize a
Shout
sitting
out
vibe
Mookie.
like you spit in the booth. They only threw you in the cage cause they afraid of the truth. They got us messed up, being broke and poor. Got us stressed, I gotta fess up. Even though you locked, you still blessed up. Know your worth and know you better than the situation. Since they don't understand the pain, they gon' resort to hatred. If they ain't been in your shoes, then let them keep on hating. At the end of the tunnel, there's light, don't stay complacent. When you get home, they gon' love us. Shout out to my brother, one love, free Ruckus, and I'm out.
Back in the building, how we supposed to be. You already know it's me, the one they call Ooze. Yeah, man, we back here in the MELLO-ROOM. You already know what it is, man. I am the one they call Ooze. Definitely rocking out with my homie Lucas. You already know. Y'all hear him EQing and doing a damn good job.
Yeah, I'm
You see
trying
how
back
everything
here,
flowing, everything flowing is smooth. It's right into one another. You know what I mean? We doing what we supposed to do here. You already know.
Hell yeah, you know how to go down in the MELLO room. I try to make shit simple and smooth so we can enjoy ourselves.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yo, but shout out to Hanzo and Rookie for that song, man. We played that, but not even on purpose either, you know?
Big shout out to them, man. That was a definitely. What I like is just you could go in so many different lanes with them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They do definitely have.
It's almost like
that-
mood music. You know,
I was about to say.
you could definitely go in different lanes, and they got something for every emotion or every direction of life really on that joint. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So, big shout out to Hanzo Blaze and the Grind Wave movement. You know what I mean? We always like to show love to them here.
Yeah, and we're gonna show some more love to Grind Wave, man, by going into the Grind Wave album originally they sent to us.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And play
Hey.
something way back, you know what I'm saying?
I feel it's only right. What joint was you thinking about?
So, let's see. Let me just go through. I remember they sent us Empire and 40 ounce and Sell Drugs featuring Lace Fugue or Lace Fuego, however you say it. I'm sorry, brother. Let's see, man. There's a couple here because remember then they sent us a second Grind Wave album. So I don't want to do the second one. I want to do the first one.
Oh yeah. I mean, we got time here today, and today's Artist Appreciation Day, so we're gonna be jumping through a lot of y'all music. You know what I mean?
So we already played 2 today. If you just tuning in, keep tuning in, man, because after these next 2 songs, there's gonna be the question of the day, where you can win a prize, where you can win a T-shirt and a mask, or you can win free studio time if you're a local in the area. You just once you enter into the comments your answer, I'll see it here, and then I'll be able to see who won, and I'll tell you by the end of the show.
Facts.
All right, so let's get into a Grind Wave joint. Let's just go into Empire, yo.
Hey,
that's
man.
what they building.
Let's do it, because that is what they building over there, man.
Yeah, so
right now, there's another joint from Ground Wave, Hanzo Blaze, and the gang. Y'all already know what it is, man. This is Empire. Salute to them and they Empire, you dig?
Yo, the music is my only drug. I roll a phony up in a moldy rug, soak the blood, every vocal tub, fuck a token dog, pull my dick out, your bitch mouth, open up. I hit a show and bar, crushing mics tight with a cobra clutch. I give a fuck who you open up for, Cause really your shit is what, Lord? Lost shores, get fucked cause sun rocks raw. I'm like the China White, or the cipher like a satellite. My God, what's your data like?
Empire, Grind Wave.
I'm a beast beat while these cornballs spit whack shit. It's beyond me. Yeah, we all G. We all GP, yeah. Vagina rhymers that need to stop. I'm the chief in charge, spitting these over these evil bars. On the evil walls when I'm the calmest. My fire jargon is diabolic. My rhymes is like the Lord, and son is why you nodding. With a higher order, cause a vile slaughter with the oral. I got a fire aura. My oratory is predatory like orcas is. My spit is like the corner is. So tell them corny kids to put a cork in it.
Hey, yo, Mo, I get on the beat and torture it. Force fed my dick to this bitch and she wanted more of it. Real shit, yo, get lit up like an ornament. Record this shit, come be recording this. Yo, it's unfortunate. Devil in me, so I'm sitting hard. Deadly do with the fuel to put the fear of God. Fit a charge, bitches try and kick it just to hear the bars. Futuristic rhythm, they gon' fill them dog from here to Mars. Hold the applause, dog, when the dawn spit. None of that nonsense, get a lot of my conscience. I'm humble, but y'all in trouble, you best be cautious. To get that ass followed, you get swallowed by the darkness. The whole clique for the Martians. 978 down to Boston, we mobbing, dog.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Shout out to Ground Wave. That was another joint. That was Empire. Y'all already know what it is, man. That I like, man. That right there gave me that firm feel. You can imagine how I felt when they was cooking up on that one.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to those brothers, man.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to them, man, because they definitely keep heat and fire coming our way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But like we've been telling y'all, man, it's Artist Appreciation Day, man.
Yeah,
so, you
I
know,
was about to say same motherfucking thing.
You know, y'all rocking out with us, man, and we rocking out with the artists today, man, especially on a day like today.
MELLO-ROOM radio, baby.
Yeah, you know, on a day like today, it only feels right. You know what I'm saying? And with the whole situation of the weather and the wetness, what we getting into next, Mike?
Well, yo, we haven't played this brother in a while, and he hasn't even been a guest, but he did send us music. He is a local, man. Shout out Anal Benz.
Yeah, man, we need to get him on here.
Yeah. We should reach out to him, definitely. But I'm going to play one of his joints he sent to us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He sent us a couple, actually. But we always play at least, you probably remember Guzzle Bag.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Shit like
of
that.
Course.
So,
I'm
going to tag him in the post, in the comments, man. Shout out to your man, Anno Bands, yo. Hope you doing your thing out there, brother. Reach out to us, yo.
Big shout out to Anno Bands, man. Definitely reach out. Show some love, family.
Yo, so this joint is called That Way by Anno Bands, yo.
Okay, Anno Bands, That Way. Let's get into it.
Facts.
that way. That way. That way. These niggas looking for money. I put my finger like that way. Watch me go snuff no bunny. I never hit a chip that way. These niggas guarding the bricks, yeah. I'ma come in from the back way. Since niggas starting to snitch, yeah. When it turns this shit to a rat race. Sat chase that way. I had a dream I was driving a vert. Sat chase that way. Hold on, little sip, let me buy you a purse. Sat chase that way. Clip holding 30, that's just how I feel. Sat chase that way. Come to the 30.
Shout out and no bands, baby.
Yeah, I mixed the Henny with Molly and Coke. Yeah. Then I remember the times I was broke. Yeah, I blame myself, that's the life that I chose. Yeah, cause if you want money, you get up and go. That way. Told that little bitch that she part of the team. She drank a bean in a zipper codeine. Acting so thick in them typical jeans. I put my finger and she get the cream. That way, my wallet too fat, shit starting to lean. That way, my real drinking right, but they selling you dreams. That way, I serve for the low, but they charging them fees. That way, these niggas looking for money. I put my finger like that way. Watch what the fuck a snow bunny. I never hit a tip that way. You niggas guarding the bricks, yeah. I'ma come in from the back way. Since niggas starting to snitch, yeah. When did this shit turn to a rat race? Sat chase that way. I had a dream I was driving a vert. Sat chase that way. Hold on, little bitch, let me buy you a purse. Sat chase that way. Clip holding 30, that's just how I feel. Sat chase that way. Come to the dirty, I'll show you it's real. Yeah, she get what she want when she all on her knees. That way, pull out a gun and why this nigga just freeze. That way, over here so this is cool but it's 100 degrees. That way, this nigga mad that we moving them peas. That way, how these niggas feel. I spend a stack just on clothes every week. I just been paying my bills. Everything cash, I don't need no receipt. Always got retros I keep on my feet. I dropped some Sprite, now that bitch turning pink. I caught the pint and that bitch wasn't cheap. These niggas looking for money. I put my finger like that way. Watch me go off a snow bunny. I never hit a bitch that way. You niggas guarding the bricks, yeah. I'ma come in from the back way. Niggas starting to snitch, yeah. When did this shit turn to a rat race? Sat chase that way. I had a dream I was driving a vert. Sat chase that way. Hold on, little bitch, let me buy you a purse. Sat chase that way. Clip holding 30, that's just how I feel. Sat chase that way. Come to the dirty, I'll show you it's real. Sat chase that way. That way, sat chase, that way, sat chase, that way, sat chase, that way.
We back in the building, man. That was That Way by Anno Bands. Big shout out to Anno Bands. Like I was saying, we got to get him back, get him up here on the show. Wasn't he on, what was he on, the Ray Morales show with you?
No, he wasn't on the Ray Morales show. He was on the show, El Barrio.
Okay, he showed up on El Barrio.
Yeah, that was a show that I was producing for them, and he happened to come through, and he had gave me the music. So when he found out what we were doing, he had sent me more music afterwards.
That's what's up, man. So big shout out to him, man. That was just, see how the arm extended and we able to bring it in. You did?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, man. So, Mike, man, what's been going on with you, family? How's everything?
Now, like I said in the beginning, but what we're going to do is now we're going to get into this question. So I hope you guys are tuning in. I hope you guys have been paying attention. It's Artist Appreciation Day. So we're going to be playing a lot more music. We like a radio station today, but I still got the question of the day. I still giving out prizes. I hope you're sharing this shit. I hope you're liking this shit. I hope you appreciate the artist music that be playing because we always got fire shit. We will be getting into a little bit more later. And shout out to all the people who won too, man. I hope you're tuning in as well. But here we go, man. Here's the question, and I will type it into the comments in both YouTube and Facebook. Mm-hmm. So if you answer this question before the end of the podcast, you will be the first one to answer this question. You'll win your prize. All right?
Indeed.
So let's do it, man. All right. Excuse me. What is the name of the second closest star to the Earth? Did you get that?
That was the question we was doing.
Yeah, that's the question we doing. So, what is the name of the second closest star to the Earth? I'll read it again after I type it here in the comments. But what do you think, Oz? Do you think niggas will be able to get this without looking it up? And even if they do look it up,
There's one person that I'm sure will be able to get it.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure if he's tuned in right now, I'm sure he'd be able to get it. And if
Okay.
he does get it, then I'll definitely, I'll let you guys know if that was the person I thought was gonna get it.
All right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, again, one more time, yo. What is the name of the second closest star to the Earth? Answer this first in the comments before the end of the show, and I will give you your prize, man.
Indeed.
It'll be in the
man.
comments too, so you'll know if you tune in a little later.
Yeah, man. And that's actually a really good question. So I don't know too many people that's gonna know that right offhand.
I'm saying we can learn, right? It's all right to learn sometimes.
Definitely. It's always good to learn, man. Knowledge is what keeps things flowing here on this earth, man.
Right.
So, with that infinite gain for knowledge and, the want for it, that's something that here at MELLO-ROOM, we thrive for that. You know what
Try
I'm
to
saying?
slide it in on you real quick.
Definitely try to slide it in, you know what I'm saying? But we here we big on that, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we don't want people walking around just blind to everything.
Nah,
know what I'm saying?
well, I guess you would consider this entertainment or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's all right to slide a little information. We want to be informative, we want
man.
people to enjoy life, but more than be worried about all that
Exactly.
bullshit.
And
you
it comes
got
with a
going
prize, man. So why not take
Yeah.
your chance to try
on.
and,
Yeah, facts. Free shirt.
win a
I
prize.
will have a fan page. So, shout out to D. Ramirez from YouTube who won last week. Once you get your shirt, just take a picture. It will be to you soon. Apologize, what's going on out there. It's fucking up some of the shipping. So it'll be there soon, though. But when you get your shirt, take a picture, man. I'm going to start a fan page on Studio 1025 MRP/MRP. And you'll be able to see your little fan page with your shirt or whatever.
Yeah, man,
prize
y'all
you
gonna
wanna-
get to see, and that's something else too. So with that, we'll have pictures of people that come to that. If you elect studio time for your prize, we'll have photos of when the guys come here to the studio. The sessions that they do. That way y'all can see we ain't bullshitting. This ain't no game or no gimmick we running. This is really what we doing here at the MELLO-ROOM. You know what I'm saying? And basically to get everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? And to get that participation. We don't want y'all to feel like, oh, you just bullshitting, wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? We want y'all to know, we rock out. We do what we do.
If we wasting your time, we wasting our time, man. 'cause
Exactly.
We have a lot of other things that we could be doing, but this is what we love.
That's a whole
So
fact.
this is why we doing it.
That's a whole fact. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on with your mic?
Nothing, man. There's shit been going on in the basketball, been dope, but that's more of the sports. I've been watching a little bit of different shows and shit, but
What shows you been checking out?
you gonna make like
It's
what the
funny you
fuck?
said that because it's a funny thing you said that because I had no point in talking about this, but now that you said that, I want you to tell me about the shows you got into because when I seen this certain show that I was watching, I was like, damn, Mike would actually think this show is fucking dope.
Yeah,
And it is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Probably,
but tell me.
It's probably nothing that I've watched, but I was watching this show. I started watching this shit yesterday, but I kind of fell asleep. I watched like 3 episodes here, and then I went home and tried to rewatch them. I fell asleep.
Alright.
Damn, what is that shit called, man? It's called Ratchet. Yeah, so it's weird. It's totally fucking weird. And
What is it? A Netflix show? Is
it's a Netflix joint,
Uh-huh.
and like it takes place maybe back in the 40s. I can't remember the time place, right?
Okay.
But it takes place in like one of those asylums, the rehabilitation asylums where they used to do like lobotomies and shit.
Okay. The
And, like,
electroshock therapy and all that shit.
Yeah, and it has to deal with what are those things called where there's the nuns and you take the kids to the orphans kids.
Okay.
What are them shits called?
I was about to call that
Sanctuary?
shit.
I don't know
Like
what
I forgot what they called too.
Yeah.
I was about to call that shit a monastery, but
It's something like that, right?
yeah.
Well,
nah.
it has to do with like figures like that, and there's a crazy home, and the nurse, she's not even a fucking nurse. I don't even understand it yet because it's only 3 episodes in, but like somehow she finagles her way into an interview into the asylum.
Okay.
She gets the job by doing some trickery shit, and the governor's in the building and the sign, and it gets crazy, and there's like killing and there's crazy people. So it's weird. It's just
So
weird.
it has a lot of different. It goes in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, and I'm interested if for me when I watch it, I figure things out quick. So like if we're watching a movie and the bad guy shows his face within the first 15 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm usually like, that's the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But like this, I like shit that make you be like, what the fuck going on?
Definitely.
Like, wait a minute, I gotta, there's gonna be a time where you find out. So that's what makes me watch shit.
That's a whole fact.
Is when it could be a corny ass show, but if they throw me off with that, I'll be stuck on that shit. Like, wait, now I gotta find out who this nigga is and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Glued to it. I'm glued to it.
So
I feel you.
I watched that, and then oh man, I was trying to watch also the social media thing. It's funny we do this, but that shows you a lot about what we live in this life and what the future holds. And actually, we are in the future. It's
What's the name of the show?
It's Social Dilemma. It's more like a docuseries type thing.
Okay.
And it might make a lot of people turn their social media off. But but it's real. It's what's going on. You know how I am. I'm always trying to keep in tune what's really going on in life.
Yeah, I feel you.
So it's something if you guys are interested to watch. It's Social Dilemma, I believe, on Netflix as well. I got into a couple of those things, but these are the people who basically made this. Like the people who invented Twitter or like the Messenger for Facebook and all of these ads and the way they work and the algorithm and it's nuts.
It's a look more in depth look into the tech world basically.
Yeah, it's a look in the tech world and what they're using it as based on the people who invented it and walked away from it. Mm-hmm. So all these people in the show, like they got on it, they made it. But then when the company started taking it to places where they weren't ethically comfortable with, they walked away. So these are the people you're talking to. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like
these are the people they're talking to in the documentary that you're listening to.
I feel you. It's kind of like I like to say, like you got to deal with the monsters you create. You know.
Yeah, in that sense.
Within this line, it sounds like within the lines of the show, you got the ones that walked away from it. You know, not dealing with the monsters they created because now those monsters are going into, ethical compromises and different things like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And what's crazy about it is like they basically break down that, this has been going on. So, like a lot of things that, like when we grew up, the Jetsons was the future. So for us, we're looking for Jetsons type of shit. Mm-hmm. Or for people who grew up in the 90s, we're looking for Terminator view of what the future looks like, Skynet with every, What's crazy is we are literally in those times. It's just the images in the movie is what we don't see. Because we don't have the flying car, which we have them, but it's not, they don't put it into the world. So it's kind of like, what we expect the future to be is.
I think,
and because the way the technology's set up, it's made to make us believe that we're still waiting for the future. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I get you.
The algorithms and what they feed us through social media is crazy. That's why we always try to break it through what
it's
we
like
do.
They feeding us teaspoon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they already got the whole meal is already done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. They're eating off it, but we're not.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But hey, and you're absolutely right, man. That's what's been actually a lot of what's been going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out Jesse James in the check-in, baby.
Big shout out to Jesse James. But with a lot of, it's funny that you're explaining it that way because within the world of media, within the world of radio, within the world of all of it, podcasting, it's actually a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's it sounds like it's actually speaking along the lines of what's going on.
So for me, what it felt like, even before we delved really into this social media stuff ourselves, because we never were that on a personal level.
Nah.
We weren't. I still am not on a personal level.
Yeah, me too. I'm still trying to get into it.
But yeah,
really, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. It's sometimes I'll get ready to be like, yeah, I'm gonna post something or take a picture, and I'll be like, fuck.
Yeah,
that.
10 minutes in, you're like, this is already too much.
Yeah.
Imagine me when I'm trying to create more stuff. I'm like, I'm like, damn, this is 30 minutes already. Goddamn.
Yeah, I feel you.
But what I was saying was, like, we use it for our business or through promoting music or the podcast or the studio, the business itself, right?
Indeed.
So we're not really per se using it personally. So I feel like there's a way, not to break the algorithm, but if more people did it that way, like used it for not personal gain, like I need a like on my dress or food that I eat and shit. Like we use it like accordingly. I think we could break that algorithm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the problem is basically like in a nutshell, what they say on that shit is that because people are more interested in watching a bunch of people fight or get arrested or get shot. Like the algorithm is basically putting that information, processes it, and then tells the companies, tells the people.
Yeah, because
You know, like,
controversy sells and
right, it
things
tells,
of that. It's feeding that to its system. That's
right,
what's being promoted and pumped out into
the way it works
media.
is that once the computer system builds this out this information, it shoots it out to the companies, the big companies, and then they're like, oh, you want to attract people? This is what you got to have in it because this is what they're clicking on. This is what they're watching for a majority of the time if they're on here.
Indeed.
So, this is why we made MELLO-ROOM, actually, was to, put some more of that time focused on something more positive, like good music and chilling and vibing.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
just
and
having
that,
good
and we wanted that independent lane. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, besides that, in the business sense, I mean, the object of the show, though, itself, was to have more content put onto your social media that was more positive, more, like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely. We wanted to be able to show you guys something other than what's the norm, what's starting to feel like the norm anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I think that we definitely achieved that here with the MELLO-ROOM. You know what I'm saying? So, for us, it's a good time, and it's basically our separating ourselves from all that negative shit that's going on out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? So we love to open up the doors and welcome you guys into that world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is here at the MELLO-ROOM. You know what I mean? But I mean, I feel you on that one.
But other than that, just watch it for like I said last episode. Just be aware. You know, you don't have to take it for what it is. You could just watch it and just be aware.
Yeah, just catch the subliminals here and there.
Right?
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
There's something in there that means something to you, somewhere.
That's
you
a
know
whole
what I'm
fact.
saying? It might not the whole objective of the show might not mean shit to you, but somewhere in there you'll find some kind
You'll
of
find something that relates to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. I ain't gonna front, man. I've been checking out a lot of dope shit, man.
Yeah.
What
was the show that
I
you
seen
think I
this
was
show
interested in?
on, and it was on Netflix. It's crazy because I would have never thought to catch it from that person. But the actor, Zac Efron.
Okay. Oh, the where he goes around to different places and he does. Well, that was the shit I told you about, the Icelandic water. Remember,
Okay.
I told you me and P Dub had a conversation about Icelandic water, and I was telling him about alkalinity and that's where he got that from, was that show.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's actually a really dope show.
Yeah, I heard. I
You know
haven't
what I'm
even watched
saying?
it yet. That's the funny
I
shit.
gotta if see you got the computer right there. I got a computer right here too. We gotta look it up because the name of the show, I forgot the name of the show, but it's actually a really, really dope show. You know what I'm saying? And it's just giving you, it's a lot of that shit.
I have it like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't fucking remember.
Like a lot of the topics in it is really getting you more back in touch with just nature and the earth. You know what I'm saying? Getting you back in touch with life. You know what I'm saying? And shit that we take for granted on such a great scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That it's funny how
Down to Earth with Zac Efron.
Yeah, Down to Earth. That's the name of the show. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually a really, really dope show. I'm sure all of you got time because all of you been home. All of you got other shows that you've been throwing in the air. So if you got time, check that show out.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is because it's not guns being busted or you got to make your brain like, who's the killer?
Yeah.
But come on, man. Like, that's why I always say be aware. I like to watch shit like that because it's simple shit that you don't even really have to pay attention to until you be like, oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then it becomes interesting to you. And then you're like, man, I never knew that spring water carried certain properties that my body needs. And in certain areas on the planet, they drink different kind of spring water. Which
That's a whole
why
fact.
different people on the earth, different colors, different skin tones, all types of different shit. Like spring water plays a huge factor in your body and how you grow and all that.
That's a whole fact. That was actually, one of the episodes. That was one of the, how can I put it? That was the theme of the episode, and that's what was going on in that episode. Another dope episode I checked out was the one, I don't know if you've seen that one, but it was.
I haven't even watched the show.
Oh man, please do.
That's
check
what I'm saying.
Out.
Like P Dub told me about that episode, and then we got into the conversation about water because you already know how I am about spring water in itself. So I had done a lot of that research before that show came out, so I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it, but I just never did.
Check it out, man. It was one dope episode I seen, man, where it was talking about I forgot like what the word they used to describe these people, that they're like what is it, centillions?
Centennials.
but they're living past 100, and it's common.
Oh man, you okay? Well, I mean, it sounds like the people that they call the Nepals and shit,
And it's funny because there's a few places on Earth
and they'll kill you and shit like
where
that.
they have
right?
these places. But in the episode, they went to the number one area, and these areas are known, to our government and to all that shit as
Yeah.
blue zones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And basically, those are areas where you have people that are exceeding life expectancy in great numbers.
So they don't infiltrate them with our lifestyle.
Yeah, their lifestyles are more natural. They're more back to the original ways of life.
Yeah, that's crazy because it's a lot of things that I got, like when we get into our conversations and I'll be trying to tell people about the ancient times and how people lived longer.
Yeah.
And like how there's certain people on the planet that are like it's funny because they're in movies and shit. They're like, yeah, we're the ancient order of whatever, and we've been around here for. Well, those people really fucking exist, yo, and they live in places like that.
That's
yo.
a whole
You know what I'm
fact,
saying?
man. It was dope. It was actually a dope episode. You know what I'm saying? And I actually kind of got more amazed and more in tune with it, because I just lost my great grandmother last year.
Yeah.
And she had made it to 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So seeing that she made it to 100 and knowing that her mother lived to 97, 98 years old.
It's possible.
You know what I'm saying? I know that that's something that lies within my bloodstream.
Yeah, and it's in everybody's bloodstream, man. It's just there's so many things in factor in our life, yo, that you don't understand affect your body.
There really is. There really is.
And just working out is not even the root cause, yo. There's a whole
for
bunch.
them, and it's crazy because it's funny you say that because one of the older men in the episode, he was like 103 years old, mind you, and he was still
walking on his legs and shit.
My dude, walking wasn't even a word, my G. He walks like they showed his walk that he takes every day. And his walk that he takes every day, at the end of the walk, leads him down to this like pub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he stops, chills there for a minute, has a drink, and walks back to the house.
Yeah. Yeah. So like
that's his walk every day.
I feel like so there was this thing I watched one day and it was about how that's why I said the Nepals and shit like that, because this is like old Atlantic city of Atlantis or city of Atlantis shit. And that these people, they can live in their body till they feel like leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll be like, you know what, I'm done. And if you ever notice this in old people, they kind of do that themselves.
Yeah.
They be like, my body's tired and I want to go. And you be like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
They tired.
Yeah, and
they
it's
beyond
not
tired.
It's not tired. It's the actual physical body that they're carrying is wearing down. So they'll be like, I gotta leave this shell.
That's a
and
whole
I
fact.
feel like that comes from our society. I feel like that comes from our society because a lot of your brain controls a lot of your body. So the shit that weighs on your brain is gonna weigh on the rest of your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. But it was a dope episode, man, and it's something definitely to check out. You know what I'm saying? That's one show. You know what I'm saying? There's another show that my lady been going crazy over.
Yeah.
She been binge watching on that shit so hard, and it's dope because she's so in tune to that show that she be off into her world and leave me alone in my world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it works. You know what I'm saying? And that's some shit called Wentworth.
Wentworth?
Wentworth.
What is that about? I think I seen the name on
it really, like, what it is it has to do, it's a show based in Australia. You know what I'm saying? And if you're aware with the premise of like Orange is the New Black,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Then it takes that premise, but it's like
okay.
a lot
Wentworth
more raw.
is like a jail.
Yeah, it's a lot more raw. You know what I'm saying? It's an Australian-based show. You know what I'm saying? So it's all different characters. It's faces that you're not familiar to seeing. You know what I'm saying? But from what my lady told me, because I don't really be into it like that. I'm watching the sports and doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing, because other people watched it too that I know, and everybody said that it's a dope show. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just weird like that. I'm not into jail shows, man.
Yeah, me neither. I ain't really too big on them neither.
Like I've always had this weird connotation, like, you watch jail shows and you go to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because what's like the common thing is when people come home from jail, they watch jail shows and like Law and Order and shit. And I'd be like, what is that? Like, what is it about a person that gets into the law system live in their face, want to come home and go watch that shit?
I mean, after being a part of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure for the average person, it's like you want to know how they were able to put you in that position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but I'm just talking about in general, like someone who not a career criminal, but you in and out, you fucking up or whatever.
Yeah.
But you never notice that like ex-cons always come home and they'll watch Law and Order.
Yeah, they
or
be
they'll
locked in.
watch-
Nah, believe
like,
me,
yo,
I
I gotta
know.
watch SVU night
So,
again.
man, how you think I learned all this, man? I was in there watching and in the law library, and I was getting my knowledge up.
I used to just find that shit hilarious.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying on that, man. And you're right, man. That is a whole fact, man. And for a lot of them, that is something that they do. You know, and for a lot of them, they actually do take initiative and get degrees behind that shit.
Oh
and,
yeah, that's
you know.
dope. But but they kind of eliminated that from the jail system nowadays. Remember back in the day, they used to have gyms and you go to the library and you can get your GED.
Yeah.
You
They
could-
eliminated a lot
You
of
could
them
have got like an
programs.
electrical license. Shit
Yeah, they
like
eliminated a lot of those programs for them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is fucked up and it sucks. I think a lot of that shit should be implemented back into it. You know what I'm saying? To give
Yeah.
them a chance to better themselves. You know what I mean? That's a whole fact.
Yeah, so Wentworth, yo, I
Yeah,
gotta check it
man.
out.
Yeah, you definitely got to check that out, man. And then it's other shit too, man. Power's been crazy.
Oh, that's
You
right.
know what
Power
I'm
did
saying?
start
Power
already,
is
right?
story book 2, the story of Ghost. You know what I'm saying? That shit is back in play. It's dope. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. Her character's unfolding. It's a lot of mystery
Yeah, she
behind
got like
her
a main
character.
character.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She does. And the reason why I say, definitely, I'm always say shout out to Mary. That's the queen of what we know with this music, this hip hop, R&B, soul thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I love the way she's playing this role. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much mystery behind her character
What's going on?
of what's going on, and she's giving off that energy to make you want to know what the fuck is the mystery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely,
Like she keep doing those side looks at people like,
yeah, you know what I'm
like
saying?
you know me, motherfucker.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shout out
what
to
did
50.
He know? What he know? I don't know and shit.
Yeah, shout out to
That's
50.
the shit I be liking. It's like, because I tell you, like in movies and television shows, I always wind up being like, oh, I knew what's going on. She do this, and if I can't figure it out, that's what make me get stuck to it. and shit.
Definitely, man. So I mean, shout out to them, man. Shout out to Fifth, Courtney. Courtney Campbell? I think her name is the writers of the show.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're creating this world and they're creating these characters, and people like Mary J. and the other characters that are being played. They're doing an excellent job of bringing that to life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a dope show. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought it was going to take a fall from just the level of what it was with the characters that it had.
Yeah.
But from the start, because there's only 2 episodes in, tonight was the 3rd episode.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So what it's done so far with the episodes that it has, it hasn't skipped a beat.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to them, man.
Yeah, some of the previews or whatever you call them, trailers look pretty dope. Yo.
Yeah. Also, last week when the NFL games was over, they had a preview to The Masked Singer. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Nick Cannon, man. He
The Masked Singer.
yeah,
he
went.
back.
Yeah, he went through a rough situation real quick. You know what I mean?
Don't worry
with
about
all
it,
that.
Nick.
But this just shows that, you know what I'm saying, the dude's ideas are infinite. The talent is limitless. You know what I'm saying? Because he's right back at it. He got his show. This is going to be the 4th season now of The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it really came on and took the TV wave by storm.
I was like, I was having stupid side thoughts sometimes, and I was just thinking, I was like, you know how the people we grew up thinking about who was synonymous in media industries, not for lack of a better term, the white dudes, like Ted Turners and shit like that.
Yeah.
What I was thinking was, when we're old and they're old, it's gonna be these people. It's gonna be 50 Cent and
Nick
Cannon and stuff, and I just thought that was really cool. I was
That's
like,
dope.
man,
These are the people that you're gonna look at and say, this is who was given the content
for many years,
to the public.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
then
I'm saying?
Because they're pretty much around our ages, probably a little older.
Well,
maybe
Nick
a little
Cannon,
longer.
I believe, is 40.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like
Probably a little older, but but like I said, when we're old, you know, this is what we're gonna look back on, like, you know, like the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
used to
of
be like the
course.
Ted Turners and
Of course, you know what I
all-
mean? And this show right here that he got is the #1 show on Fox. It's been the number
and
one
like
show
the Disney's,
for like the
you know
past
how
few
Disney
years.
got such a synonymous name. You know, there's gonna be when we're 40 years from now, it's gonna be a different person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole
I
fact.
think that's cool as shit.
that's a whole fact. But shout out to him, man. That show is back on the air. And now the episodes are starting this Wednesday. Is going to be the first episode. You know what I'm saying? Because both the episode that they showed was just like a preview to show you the characters that were going to be a part of it,
right.
things like that.
I
You
got
still
you.
don't know who anybody is,
Right.
but you know the characters.
It's like the pilot kind of.
Yeah. You know who the characters are going to be, you know. So super dope, you know what I mean? And then they got actually another show that they created that's looked like it's going to be super dope as well.
Same people. I mean, under 50 Cent shit.
No. I'm
What
not
you
sure.
talking about?
It's the creators of The Masked Singer.
Oh, the Masked Singer. I'm sorry.
They got
That's where we're
another
at. I
show,
forgot
and
where
it's
we're at.
it's singing based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what the dope thing about this show is, I want to say I think it's called "Is That Your Voice?"
Okay.
But
Is Snoop in it? Is Snoop one of the judges?
he may be a guest judge on one of the episodes. They're gonna have different guest judges and things
Okay,
like that.
okay.
But it's hosted by the Asian dude from Hangover.
Oh, the little Chinese dude?
Yeah,
I think I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. I think I seen either
A commercial or something for it.
maybe a commercial or I follow like Snoop and I follow some celebrities and they had like a picture and they were like some new radio. I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
But it's actually, and he's one of the judges on The Masked Singer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
going to be the host of this show. You know what I mean? And it's looking like it's going to be super dope. What it is they got contestants that'll go up there. There'll be a song playing. It'll look like they're singing the song.
Yeah.
So they'll be lip singing.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to figure out,
If
is
they
that
are or
their
not.
voice or is that not their voice?
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
pretty cool.
And if it is, you know, then they'll sing something and people will really get to see
Uncle
how
Glenn
they
said,
give it
"Can
up.
you sing?" Hell yeah, I can sing, yo.
So, you know, I mean, that'll actually be super dope, man.
Or
and
is
that's
that the
gonna be
name of the
something
show?
cool. Huh?
Or is that he's saying? I think that's the name of the show.
What is it?
Can you sing?
Can you sing?
Is that what you saying?
That
Unc?
is, yeah.
Glenn?
That is going to be the
Alright.
name of it. Super
Alright.
dope. Shout out to Uncle Glenn on that, too.
He said, "I'm there to correct you sometimes." you know?
Yeah. You already know. Shout out to Uncle Glenn, man. But and I think it's gonna be a dope show. It comes on Wednesday after the
Now that
Masked
he
Singer.
says that name, that shit sounds more familiar to me.
Yeah, it comes on after the Masked Singer. It's gonna be premiering. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see that show and see what it's about too, because you know those are
what's up,
shit.
man.
That shit I get to check out when I get home from work, and I just want to kick back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I gotta try checking out football, man.
Oh yeah, football. It's lit.
We'll get into
It's
sports.
lit. We gonna get all into that. You know what I mean? But right now it's Sunday Fun Day, and it also is
Artist
Artist
Appreciation
Appreciation Day, and we've been chopping it up a little bit. So I feel it's only right that we get into some music, man. We
Yeah,
play some
so
joints for
I'm
y'all.
gonna play some Farazarati, man.
Definitely. Shout out
You know
to
what I'm
Faraz
saying? He been
Arati.
doing his thing. You know what I'm saying out there.
And it's cool because he still he be hitting me in the messenger.
Yeah.
You know, Farad is my guy. You know what I mean. So
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
send me a shot on some sneakers, like fire or trash. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He'll
yeah.
send me something about an article or something, and it'd be
That's
like, "Yo,
what's
what
up.
you think on this?"
That's what's up.
So big shout out to Faraz Arati, man. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel it only be right that we jump into some of his music.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play this joint. I don't feel like we played it before. This is called Farazzo Racks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Farazarati. I'm gonna tag him in the comments or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
And we
big.
gonna get into this next joint real quick.
Definitely. So that's gonna be Farazzo Racks by Faraz
Thumbing
Arati.
through a check,
we
I
on it.
ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving them packs, smoking that killer, that chronic can stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving them packs, smoking that killer, that chronic can stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Running in packs, my niggas is wolves, and they don't know how to act. I cannot wait for no thotty, I know she a hoe, so I call her Burnett. I hit from the back, she calling my name every time I'm in a cat. Run up some racks, might hit
Shout
them
out
all,
for
drop me a
Farazarati
thousand
in the
stacks.
building.
Sticking the facts, clipping this beat, check out the way that I'm at. I like my bitches with ass, I like my money in stacks. I'm steady puffing this gas, I'm mixing weed with the wax. If I don't know you, my nigga, then you getting hit with the tax. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving them packs, smoking that killer, that chronic can stay in my sack. haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving in pack, smoking that killer, that chronic and stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running in track. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. I'm focused on running my numbers up. We number one, we ain't no runners up. I drop and I'm fucking the summer up. Lil' mama, you tryna have fun or what? I'm making moves now, I'm making moves now. Lil' baby, I'm too high, I cannot cool down. Look at the chain now, look at the jewels now. Look at the cars now, look at the shoes now. I'm focused on running my numbers up. We number one, we ain't no runners up. I drop and I'm fucking the summer up. Lil' mama, you tryna have fun or what? I'm making moves now, I'm making moves now. Lil' baby, I'm too high, I cannot cool down. Look at the chain now, look at the jewels now. Look at the cars now, look at the shoes now. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. We just running our racks up, trying to stay motivated, and I know you hate it. Why you are the hustlers perpetrated? Cause we get money associated. We made it. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Salmon. Good looking out, Salmon.
Yes, sir. We back in the building. Shout out to Farazarati. That was him on the check-in too. But you know what I mean? That was Farazo Racks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was another joint by him. You know, he keep heat coming as well. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So big shout out to him.
Kissimmee native.
Yeah, man. And like I said, man, keep a lookout because you'll definitely see him on IG. You know, he definitely keep content up on there. You know what
on
I mean?
Facebook as well.
Keep content on the book as well.
Comments.
Yeah, man. So you already know, man. Big shout out to him.
Yo, real quick before I get into this next joint, man. Remember, guys, the question in the comments, yo. If you answer that question before the end of the show, man, you win yourself a free T-shirt and mask, or if you free studio time sponsored by Studio 1025, man. So let's see that question get answered, man. So you guys can win some merch, man.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to what we was doing.
Yeah, so anyway, like we got more joints lined up because it is Artist Appreciation Day, and we just showing our appreciation to the artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So right now we got a joint lined up by Vibes Cartel. Shout out to him and his team.
Cartel. The
Vibe Cartel.
Yes,
you
said
know
Vibes Cartel.
I did, right? I dragged it out, right? Shout out to Vibe Cartel, man. You know what I mean? That's also somebody we got put on to through Lou O.D.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just an extension of the arm, and it's been fire. You know what I mean? Everything that come from the camp been fire.
Hell yeah, everything that we get, man.
So I believe the joint we're about to get into is the sit down.
Yeah, so this is the Sit Down by Vibe Cartel, man. Shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all already know. Love.
We're gathered here today because a certain family within the organization has risen to the top. And it's time we take that position.
Contracts in the email that a nigga ain't even signed yet. New rims on the coupe, windows tinted out, I ain't even drive yet. Ops out here trying to big flex when it comes to the internet. All of this back and forth on media, nigga, I'm really not into that. Say you winning, where you winning at? Tell me where's your beginning at? Tell me where you made a killing at? If you the hero, where the villain at? Exactly. If we talking caps and niggas is wearing sombreros, catch me doing my thing in these islands, I'm feeling like Pharaoh. Y'all be frontin' for the gram when you don't really have a peso. I'm really not the one to target. Let me lighten up your caseload. Tell me you don't feel the energy. I'm the one that they pretend to be. Bars feeling like a centipede. Not for line, you hit a currency. I pray for my enemy. I want revenge, so nobody touching but me. Give our bodies for the free. Courtroom with the key. Ain't a slave, I'm free. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm threatened, I reach. Came up in these streets. In the kitchen with the heat, taking all beef, popping like grease. Run up on you with the music blasting that Mozzie or the Davies. Either way, I'ma bang it out to the baseline of that beat. Feeling like I'm 2-3. Tongue out, I release. You ain't never been masked up. You ain't never had to wear gloves. I was young when they pulled it on me. Hit the nigga with a shoulder shrug. You can tell I'm still here. He ain't really have it in him. Went to school right after.
That's when they stop playing with them. Born with a passion. You see through these niggas in orderly fashion. I'm not with the rapping. I'm speaking facts and things that have happened. I love the reaction. Subtle jazz, be all in their caption. I don't pay attention, cause that's what they want, and none of that's happening. Stand back, let me work. You don't get this work, can't get a church. I be having money all month, nigga. You be ballin' on the first. Some are fake, I'm a real one. Since I'm young and I ain't feared none. I invite all smoke, nigga. Sitting back as I burn one. The chain of command will not change, but only the head of the command. All rules and procedures will remain as they stand. A toast, peace, wealth, and hope. We do not show and tell, only silence to the cell. This is the Vigilante Cartel.
We back. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vi Cartel,
shout out
as y'all
to that.
just heard on the joint.
Oh,
the
my bad.
Vigilante
Play back.
Huh?
The DJ said, run that shit back for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but big shout out to, Vi Cartel. Like he just told
man.
y'all in the song, the Vigilante Cartel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what it's
So,
called.
and that was on the sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, that was just another flamer here for Artist Appreciation Week. You already know
man.
what
Shout
it
out
is.
to them, man. Go check out their music if you can find them, yo. Vigilante Cartel, man.
Yeah, definitely.
We would
man.
definitely love to hear some more
love,
shit
man.
come from this, their camp. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a gentleman or whatever.
That's a whole fact. And Lou OD's been doing this thing. I've been seeing him a lot on Facebook.
Yeah, man. I wanted to get
putting
into a Lou OD shit a little later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he getting a lot of new content up. I've been seeing a lot of his content on the book and on the gram.
Oop, I almost fucked up.
Oh, man, we can't do that. Can't do that. But we're going to get into another joint here because it is Artist Appreciation Week.
Yeah.
And we've been lining it up quite nice, man. So who you got next on the
So,
check, Mike?
Vigilante Cartel got like that New York sound, right? So I really like this gentleman. He got the same kind of sound, but not the same sound as Vi Cartel. You know what I'm saying? With that New York flavor.
Okay,
So
who
we're
we
going to
going
get
with?
into
Equan
Equan Keith, man, with 5G.
Equan Keith, that's a whole fact.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Equan Keith, 5G, man.
Big shout out to Equan Keith, man. And he got some hot joints, man. So I'm sure we're going to be blasting those off.
I got 5Gs, that's my 5Gs. Killing all you niggas just like 5G. I do it for the fam, not the IG. You pussy niggas still don't surprise me. I got 5Gs, that's my 5Gs. Killing all you niggas just like 5G. I do it for the fam, not the IG.
5G.
You pussy niggas still don't surprise me. I just need the plug, who am I to judge? Baby, I'm a boss, you could be the thug. I gotta stay on point, I can't do no drugs. I gotta save money, I can't hit the club. They never show you love, they never show you love. Fuck the money dirty, throw it in the tub. I got it in the telly, even with my belly. I wanna miss the bigs, thanks to R. Kelly. My hatred of losing, I weigh my love for winning. Got the Jesus peace, but we stay sinning. I fuck with my riders, they just from the beginning. I treat every day like it's the ninth inning. I got 5Gs, that's my 5Gs. Killing all you niggas just like 5G. I do it for the fam, not the IG. You pussy niggas still don't surprise me. I got 5Gs, that's my 5Gs. Killing all you niggas just like 5G. I do it for the fam, not the IG. You pussy niggas still don't surprise me. Body on the floor just like a low ride. I bubble just like bacon, check the bow tie. Gangsta but in jail, you talk salam alaikum. For them niggas that ain't woke, you know that I'ma wake 'em. If you successful, then they understand you. Baby, I make you a star like Instagram do. Just play your cards right, you know that God hands you. Build your community up, that shit like ran through. They never put in work, they never have a plan. Just think that they let no difference with you and him. I get you free juice, the time you pay for it. I got the pussy off the strength, I ain't even pay for it. I got 5Gs, that's my 5Gs. Killing all you niggas just like 5G. I I do it for the fam, not the IG. You pussy niggas still don't surprise me. I got 5 G's, I spent 5 G's. Killing on you niggas just like 5 G's. I do it for the fam, not the IG. You pussy niggas still don't surprise me.
Yeah.
We back. 5 G's, that's that 5 G's.
Yes, sir.
That be by that homie Equan Keith.
Nigga
Yeah,
murdered
you
that
already
shit,
know
son.
what it is, man. That was a hot
yeah.
joint, man. Big salute and shout out to Equan Keith.
That shit got me back, yo. As soon as that screen changed, I'll be back here like,
Yeah.
I'll be stuck. I'll be like, yeah, nigga.
Nigga be zoning out and shit.
Hell
But big
yeah.
shout out to him, man. That's another hot joint, man. We like the other joint that he sent out too. We gonna get into that a little bit later. You know what I mean? Because it is Artist Appreciation Day, and we just giving that appreciation to the artists. You know,
Facts, man.
that's what we doing
That's
here.
what we do, man.
You know
So
what
we're
I'm
gonna get to
saying?
another one.
Definitely.
He was actually the first guest on the 3rd season of MELLO-ROOM that we started and shit.
Indeed.
In the first episode of the 3rd season. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that. And this is Y Sativa.
Big shout out to Y Sativa and Kenny Get Guap.
Yeah, and Kenny Get Guap, man. They was cool dudes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely like linking up with them. Maybe in the future again we'll have them on the show as well.
Definitely. They were actually, it was dope because they were young. You know, they were younger than us, so it was dope to catch.
Yeah,
that,
that's
that perspective.
We love that, yo, because we like to, we like to see where they coming from. We gonna bring where we coming from, and we met in the middle, and that was cool. You know, we didn't have like no indifferences.
That's a whole
You know
fact.
what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact.
You come to find out that even though their style of music's different, they still, push for the same exact thing that we want.
Yeah, it's a lot
You know
more
what
in
I'm saying?
common than you think when you start to peel back the layers on
Right.
the onion. You feel
Right.
me?
You know, you find out they're like, man, we hate whack bars, we hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty cool, whatever.
But big shout out to Y Sativa and Kenny Get Guap, and we're going to jump into one of his joints right
Called
now.
Lunar Life.
Lunar Life. You
Yeah,
already know
man.
what it is. I liked it a lot of his titling for his project.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to hop into it, man. Big shout out to them.
Yeah, big shout out to them, bro.
Y Sativa, Lunar Life. Let's do it.
Stacking this money, yeah, I had to get it. Stack it up, nigga, straight to the ceiling. This vertical flow that I'm on got me with it. The drugs that I'm on got my head fucking spinning. My mind is a blur, man, I feel like I'm tripping. Got me a little baddie, I know that she listen. She vision the mission for a ceiling missing. So let me go in, baby, come and hop in it. I take a trip to the store for some doof, say. I like the trip, baby, no horror movie. After my show, I go grab me some groupies. Pop me a perky, go up on the Tuesday. Light up a blunt for the fallen ones. Keep a gun that'll make the Grim Reaper run. Gucci all on my seam, see you peeping them. Fighting until the end if they creeping them. In the nighttime, trouble rises. Suicide ain't no disguises. Keep a bad bitch on my side list. Lunar life, yeah, I'm on the block, bitch. Cloud9 don't need a pilot. When it's all said and done, blue Benjamins, them Franklins, I won't need them. Feeling so cold in the nighttime, right rhyme, simply the pastime, praying on my bloodline, trying not to space out, take another blink, throw up in the sink, take another drink, levitate, smoking on that dank, pocket full of francs, keep a cage, just another day, coming out to play in the nighttime like a serpentine, but I'm not a snake, never fake, we are not the same, THC pumping through my veins, but I'm cross-faded, inhaling the gas like feeling sedated, niggas hating on the image that I have created,
Yeah.
I got your bitch smiling
Lunar
and
Life.
waving. Take her back to my home motivational pavement, got her eyes rolling back something like meditation, no relation, keep on chasing dreams, I know I'ma make it, manifest destiny, fuck a fucking lane switch. In the nighttime, trouble rises. Suicide ain't no disguises. Keep a bad bitch on my side list. Lunar life, yeah, I'm on the block, bitch. Cloud9 don't need a pilot. When it's all said and done, blue Benjamins, them
Shout out Willie
Franklins,
Smith. I see you, homie, in the check-in.
Solar eclipse that covered the city 150% casual. Angel in my head telling me I'm not natural. Supernatural beam on my soul, but I'm not Casper. Flying around the world, private jet, no passenger. Got a little bitty that smelling just like lavender. Got a couple shows written all on my calendar. Never falling off shit. I've been on a crash course for disaster, says the pastor. Like the task force, kick the back door to the front door to the window. Lil John Doe, leave him John Doe. If he wants smoke, no examiner. Got no answers for the smoke, like a cancer patient with no time left. Like the mad scientist or a math whiz. Keep him guessing like a motherfucking pop quiz. Like the pop shit, like a rocket, go off, bitch. Leave him holy on some crack shit. Mick, hammer, you can't touch this like a puppet. Manipulating every function like a suction. She gon' suck it till the night end. COVID-19 got her locked in like a jail cell full of arson. It's about to blow up. Watch it unfold like a pessimist. I'm the best at this. In the nighttime, trouble rises. Suicide ain't no disguises. Keep a bad bitch on my side list. Lunar life, yeah, I'm on the block, bitch. Cloud9 don't need a pilot. When it's all said and done, blue Benjamins, them Franklins, I won't need them. You really want some of me? Yeah. K, you know I keep me a K. Yeah. Slide, you know I keep about 30. Pull up on you, shoot 30. Shooting just like a curve. You a little bitch, please get up out of my way. I might just pull up on you. You know I spray every day, no sprinkle a day. Might just pull up, I know, yeah. I'ma make it. No lotto, smoking gelato. Yeah.
All right.
Back in the building, how we supposed to be. You already know. Shout out to Watt Sativa. That was Lunar Life.
Yeah,
You
that shit
already
was
know.
fire, man. I like how you bounced on that track.
Yeah, definitely. He had a good flow on that. You know what I'm saying? And he wrote the beat.
Hell yeah.
He definitely found the pocket and played his part with it.
Yeah, he
You know
did his
what I
thing.
mean? Big shout out to him, man. But you know, back at the ranch, because it is the MELLO-ROOM.
And this is our, you see, I can't even talk sometimes.
It's all right, I got you. That's why we got two people
It's
here
Artist
rocking out.
Appreciation Day. So if y'all just
Indeed.
tuning in, that's what we doing, man. We jamming out with the tunes today. You might hear
Indeed.
me talk over the music, but I'm trying to do my little radio personality shit over here. So you already know.
He said, I'm auditioning and doing my job at the same damn time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on that note, man, being that it is Artist Appreciation Day and we like to show appreciation to artists past and present and future, it's only right that we get into today in hip-hop.
Today in hip-hop history.
You figure deal me, and, you know, Mike always leads us off on that, so, you know, take it over, Mike.
I will go ahead and do that. So today, first up on Today in Hip-Hop History is Marley Marl. And he released the album In Control, Volume 1, this day, 1988. That's September 20th, 1988, man.
Shout out to Marley Marl.
Yeah, Marley
man.
Marl was another one of those dudes, you know, especially if you're from up north, you know, you grew up with him.
Definitely.
My mouse is stuck. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, shout out to Marley Marl and everybody else, and definitely shout out to this next one because, like, a lot of people, you know, swept him under the rug, but he was one of my favorite dudes, even though you only heard like 2 or 3 songs, and he might have been on like a couple features and shit.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
And that's Craig Mack. You know what I'm saying? Craig Mack, he released his debut album, Project.
Funk the World.
September 20th, 1994, man. Big
You
up
know what
to
I mean?
that.
And rest in peace to Craig Mack as well.
Yeah, rest
man.
in peace, Craig Mack.
You know what
man.
I'm saying? The thing was, I think with Craig Mack and the rollout of Craig Mack is that, you know, you had Biggie on the rollout with
that
him.
was like a big factor.
Yeah, you know, and the crazy part about it, because if you watched the movie Notorious and you went back and did your homework and all that, Craig Mack was Puff's first artist, and that's who was being pushed. You know, but when Big came on the scene and the first couple joints that Big knocked down,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? The scope kind of got moved pretty quick. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it did.
And you know that happens. You know,
I
because
mean,
when you got a talent like that, it's really hard to.
Yeah, you're gonna wind up pushing him first. And Craig Mack wasn't like he was there. He wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, he wasn't making as much sales.
Yeah, I mean, and it was crazy because Big with the springboard off of the Flavor in Your Ear remix, and with the joints that Big was already putting on the radio, he was gaining so much traction so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That it kind of like it wasn't even. I don't even think it was really an executive decision with it. I think the streets kind of let you know who we
like,
running
nah,
with.
we want this one and shit.
Yeah, we want this one
Yo,
first.
so just a quick, you know, there's 3 studio albums. That's Project Funk the World, which we just brought up, Operation Get Down, and the Mac World Sessions. And that release date was September 1st, 2017, so that was the more recent one.
Okay.
4 singles with Flavor in Your Ear, Get Down, you gotta get down, get on down. That was my shit too. What I Need, and Jockin' My Style, and Wooden Horse featuring Frank Sinatra. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, he got one music video in 1994, Flavor in Your Ear. But yeah, that was a little background with Craig Mack. You know, he was definitely an influence more than people understand. So, you know, it's always good to shout out. That's why we do that today in hip hop history.
Definitely. You know, we like to show love to the past artists, the present artists, and even our future artists.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's
Back
what
up
the
a little
MELLO-ROOM
bit
is
from the
about.
mic.
I didn't even notice it was under me.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's what the MELLO-ROOM is about. So that's what we do here. You know what I'm saying?
So next up, Now, a little bit more into closer into time here. Lupe
Mm-hmm.
Fiasco. He released his debut album, Food and Liquor, September 19, 2006.
Very dope album.
And he was a dope artist too, man. I really appreciated his style because at the time we was going real gangster.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not to take away from the
The artists that
talent.
were doing their thing,
Yeah,
you
the
know what I'm
talent that
saying?
was there, but this was like for me as an artist, he was a breath of fresh air from
He
a lot of
was.
the gangster shit, but still having the same wordplay and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And it was crazy because he's from Chicago. So,
Yeah.
when everybody first heard that and hearing, oh, he's from Chicago, I think that's what they were expecting.
Right.
But being that he was able to give you a very intricate view,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to another side of life there in Chicago.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
the
I'm
skater
saying?
side, and what's crazy is that like I knew a lot of kids who were skaters,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I know
a lot of
few,
kids
too.
who were skaters were white that I knew. So
Mm-hmm.
when he came out, this was cool because like they loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they had nothing to do with black or white or anything.
Nah,
and
it was
shit.
just skating.
It was just skating,
Skating.
and
It
it
was
was
all about
good
skating.
rap music and shit like that.
Yeah, actually, I just seen I don't know if because it ain't really like a podcast, but I seen like some vlog. You know, it was I guess what you would call it on Lupe Fiasco, and he was talking a lot about what's going on with the music industry, and
Yeah.
a lot of the info that he enlightened me on. Some of it I didn't even know.
Well, I think Lupe, was it Lupe? Right? Yeah, it was Lupe who had a little controversy a couple years back of being on the internet with conspiracies about the flat earth and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But with what he was talking about, it was actually like because I guess everybody got it assumed like Kanye brung him out. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even the case.
Oh, okay.
Like he had a deal, he was signed before all of that happened.
Oh, okay.
He talked about what ended up being one of his biggest songs with Kanye, "Touch the Sky." That was almost a song that he didn't even do because he didn't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always like that.
Yeah, he actually did the song because one of his mans in his camp was like, "Yo, this is a big record." And he ended up doing it, which thank God for him. It ended up being one of the bigger joints in his catalog.
Made him
you know
some
what I
money,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so
That's what's
but
up,
big
man.
shout out to Lupe, man, because it was actually an interesting little vlog. It was an interesting joint. Some of the shit he was touching base on and speaking on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out one day.
Mm-hmm.
One night when I'm late night when I'm bored, I just go through YouTube, start clicking shit.
Yeah, I was. He spoke about Kanye, and Kanye's situation, and
Yeah.
things like that. It was a pretty cool piece. You know what I mean? Just to hear what he had to say.
What's up?
Know.
All right, so we brought this guy up last week, and here he is again, Big Daddy Kane. He released his second album. It's a Big Daddy thing, September 19th, 1989. And I talked about Big Daddy Kane's accolades last week. So if you want to know, just go back
Yeah,
to
definitely,
the last
definitely.
episode.
He got a
and-
long list of them.
And to just refresh you guys, if you go to Studio 1025 MELLO-ROOM Live, it's studio1025.com/MELLO-ROOM Live. You can see some of our videos that we posted up, we did last week or the week before.
Yeah, you can see previous content.
Yeah,
a lot of our previous
I
content.
loaded up some videos up there so you guys can go to the website and watch them. And you also should be able to go there and watch it live. If it's not live, then just reach out to me because it's supposed to be, but I can't check it at this moment. But you can also watch our lives from the website as well. We do that a lot more often, so the more I'm doing it, the more you can just go over to the website and watch us live as well.
Yeah, see, that's just another way he put us in your face.
In your face.
So get in tune and get locked in with it. You figure deal, man?
All right, but back to what I was saying. Big Daddy Kane, yeah. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane again for his second album. It's a Big Daddy thing, September 19th, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
My dad would probably be like, yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to this brother, man. He's always on here. Cam, Cameron
Big shout out to
released
Killer.
his second solo album, SDE, September 19th, 2000.
That was a hard album.
Yeah.
That was
everything I felt like back then.
And it was dope too, because with that album too, that was like Cam going more into Cam's direction.
If this is his second solo, okay, I was gonna say this is more away from Horse and Carriage.
Yeah, because the first album was Confessions of Fire, and
Yeah.
even on that album, you heard tracks that were more Cam-based records.
Yeah.
He still had at that point in time, you had the industry and the labels. They were
He
really
was trying to appeal to that little
fitting
sound
that
they
mold.
wanted.
Yeah, he was fitting that mold in which they were putting together.
Because of Mace and the little thing that they
I mean,
had
I don't know
going
if it was
on,
because of Mace. It could have just been.
I'm not saying because of Mace. I'm saying it's just what they were doing together before Mace became big. And
Yeah.
then he's trying to get in the industry, and then there's a mold.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would kind of make you think like, oh, I gotta make a song like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, with this second project with SDE, that was more, I think, 100% him.
Yeah,
you
more
know,
freedom.
very label intel on this album. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this album it was one of them joints. It had the Summertime Anthem on it, the Let Me Know joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had that was and everybody wanted to start wearing the leathers with the NBA patches all over them.
I know. Trust me,
You know,
yo.
big.
I remember Cam, you know, from Jersey all the way to here, man. He influenced a lot of people's dress, a lot of people's talks,
major.
and
I
everything.
think when it's all said and done in hip hop, and we all look back and talk about this shit, and he's definitely gonna be looked at as one of the most.
Because I remember being old enough to be like, I ain't wearing no fucking pink T-shirt. But when Cam really made it big, a lot of kids younger than me would start wearing pink polo
Younger,
shirts.
older, same age.
Yeah, older too. Yeah, everything.
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
just like the only nigga. I'm like, I'm still not putting on a pink shirt.
One thing
nigga.
that's why I say when it's all
You know?
that's why, like I just said, when it's all said and done, one thing I will say, because you know, with Cam, I'm a fan. You know what
me
I'm
too.
saying?
Yeah,
I actually just
nothing
seen
against
some shit.
his style, but I'm just not putting the pink shirt on.
Yeah, I actually just seen some shit too on the gram,
It's
and
the
then it ended up
salmon. I
going.
gotta put
It
a
ended up getting all over the place because now you see it all over the place. People
What,
were
the freestyle
reposting
shit
it.
he did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The show niggas, I dip in this bag real quick on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I think as long as you don't catch Alzheimer's, I think rhyming is something. If you do, you'll never forget.
mm-hmm.
You know, other than the energy you have to have on stage or whatever, I think as an older person, you can still
like riding a bike.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? But big shout out to him because the freestyle was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He got
man.
busy one
Shout out
time
to
on
Cam,
it.
man.
But one thing, like I said, when it's all said and done, he will go down as one of the more
He will.
trend-setting
That's
artists.
That's another
in
thing. One
hip-hop.
of those thoughts I had, like, yo, when we're older, these people are gonna be really, really synonymous because look at the artists that we grew up to know synonymous that aren't black. Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
I
mean, I just hope they get the just due they deserve.
They will. They have to.
You know, the
would
way,
have to
like you
literally
just said, the
destroy
way we talk about an Elvis Presley and things like that,
Yeah.
I hope we speak about it, Cam.
Well, a
You know
lot
what I'm
of
saying?
them.
Like
a lot
that
of
when
them.
it's all done.
You know, Jay-Z is in that
Well, Jay's
category.
gonna get his just due.
You know, fortunately they're not alive, but Biggie and Pac still in that category.
Yeah.
You know, Nas is definitely still in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people like Cam, they're gonna make their ways up there.
See, but that's
Kanye's
what I'm saying.
And
With
shit
the
like
with
there.
the Cam, like for instance, with the
In the
Jay-Z and the
50s.
Nas, you said it, they're there and they are there, and we know they're there because when Big and Pac left us, they picked up the torch and really ran with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they solidified their ground on that from that moment.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And even when Big was here, Nas was already catching his flame. You know what I'm saying? Because Nas technically caught his flame before them.
But yeah, I was gonna say first. Yeah,
You
he
know
was
what I'm
first,
saying?
pretty much
So
first.
when you really look at it, he was around and he was already in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as with the other artists, like for instance, like you said, we'll mention the Elvis Presley. You know, when it comes down to hip hop, a lot of the time those artists are gonna be the first names thrown into the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we know specifically when you throw a person like Cam in the air, you know already what you can say about Cam.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that Cam did in the couple of years that he was relevant. That you can pull so much from movies.
Yeah.
Acting roles. You know,
A whole fact. And outside of
groups.
music too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
outside
groups,
of music too, because he's a hell of a businessman.
Yeah, he hasn't had the diplomat gear and shit.
You know,
like that.
a lot of people that work with Cam and do business with Cam, they'll tell you how savvy of a businessman he is. They'll let you know fast, like, yo, when it come to business, killer get it done.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
that's,
So big shout out to
good.
Cam, man. That was just we going off a little bit, but
Yeah.
big shout out to Cam.
Yeah, shout out to Cam, man. Next up, and we don't talk about him hardly, and it's dope that we see him here again. Exhibit, you know, he was his born day on September 18, 1974. So happy belated birthday.
Happy belated to you,
Exhibit.
big homie.
And Pimp My Ride. I ain't gonna front, man. They heard that man with Pimp My Ride.
I don't think they heard him. I think he made
No, he
so much
said
bread.
He did make bread. I'm just saying, like, it sucks because, like, Exhibit was making a big name for himself, and then he was
TVs, movies,
right,
things
and then
like
he
that.
did Pimp My Ride, and then Pimp My Ride was cool. I liked it, but
Yeah,
then
it was a dope show.
the politics behind Pimp My Ride was fucked up though.
Which in a lot of in a lot of the shows and a lot of the content we
'Cause,
get
you
to see,
know-
and a lot of shit we love, the back end is always the fucked up
Yeah,
part.
because then it made people who are our age who like Exhibit blame him for what happened to those people with their cars.
Yeah.
So you get your car pimped out by Exhibit, pimp my ride.
Meanwhile, he like, man, I'm just a host.
Yeah, like nigga, I just told you, I just
I'm
showed
just
you
a
the
host,
car,
bro. I took your car to the people, and I let the people do what they do. I'm just a host,
right.
brother.
And I feel like that not hurt his career, but I know that hurt you inside because you don't want people to look at you for something you did and be like, yo, this nigga fucked me up and shit.
Yeah. But I mean, I definitely feel like he did his thing with it. I understand the show for what it is, so I understand that he was just a host.
Me too. I did too.
But in that sense, I definitely feel like he's done quite some things in his career.
Oh,
like,
he's done ill shit,
you know,
man.
I feel like he got
the second roles in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
That were like big name movies and shit.
TV shows. He's done TV. He
yeah.
was in Empire with Lucius and Cookie.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. He
With
was
Taraji
the
P and
artist
Terrence
shit.
Howard. He was in Empire with them, you know what I mean? And
No, he
he's been
wasn't
in
an
a few
artist. He
other
was an
things.
actual like producer or something, like
Yeah,
a label
yeah.
owner or something like that.
Yeah, definitely was. You know what I'm saying? And he had a good role in that. He played, I think, two or three seasons.
Yeah, he was
You know
in
what
there
I'm
for
saying?
a while.
So he definitely did his thing and had a good run with it. You know what I mean? But big shout out to Exhibit, man.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Another hip hop historian with it.
Oh, another birthday, and another dude that it's funny because it's like, what you don't do.
Now,
When
this
I
is
was
a
kid,
hip-hop legend.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to like to beatbox too. Or tried to attempt to.
Definitely,
I'm not the best at
definitely.
it, but I could do it. And this is one of the dudes who, make you want to do it, and it's Dougie Fresh.
Shout out to Dougie Fresh, man.
And he was born September 17th, 1966.
Ah, wow, man. That's right up there with my mom's, man.
Yeah, happy born day, bro.
Big shout out to Dougie Fresh, man. And one thing I will say is, like, you just touch base on it with the beatboxing thing. I think everybody and their mama,
From baby.
got
My son do
a
it.
time in life where you touch base on it, whether it was
My
from
son do it. My
being
son
in the
see
lunchroom
it.
with
Yeah,
your
my son
homies.
see it, and he'll be there like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably one of the most interesting things for us to see growing up, because it was actually figuring out how to work a part of your body, your
Well,
vocals.
it's crazy, not to get off topic about it, but I watched this like how it's done, how science thing, and they brought in a beatboxer and they put a camera down his throat, fucking crazy, and showed.
I want to say I seen that.
And showed his vocal cord as he made the sounds, the different sounds, and it was crazy how
I
that
want to
shit.
say I seen that. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
And it got a lot more intricate because it was dope to see like how your vocal cords actually have different ways they expand and contract when you're doing those things.
Yeah, I always thought that was cool.
But big shout out to Dougie Fresh, man. Another hip hop historian on that.
Yeah, as we move in history is Nice and Smooth.
Ah.
They released their second album, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. September 17th, 1991, yo. Yeah, Nice and Smooth was a dope group, man, growing up. I mean, they're a little beyond our time. We were kids, but, we still got to listen to this
man,
shit.
they definitely had joints that kept us in tune when we
Yeah,
were growing up.
it was still a bit. We still had the ability to listen to their music because it was around. And like I always say, my parents were young, so for me, they were always like hip. They were like always playing the latest, what's hip type music. So I got a good experience.
See,
in that.
me, that was just all in my family. So, they were just playing them records. I remember all those records like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Nice and Smooth on that one.
Yeah. I was just gonna pull up some discography of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they have a couple studio albums. You got Nice and Smooth, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed, what we just brought up, Jewel of the Nile, and it says 4 Blazing Hot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if that's how that album is read out. Their main singles are Dope on a Rope, More and More Hits, Funky for You, Cake and Eat It Too, Hip Hop Junkies, How to Flow, Sometimes I Rhyme Slow, All to the New, Return of Hip Hop Freaks, Blazing Hot, and Let It Go.
Whole fact.
So they had a bunch of singles, man.
They definitely had
They
a
did
lot.
their
They had a
fucking
lot
thing
of
back in
singles
the
that
day.
did really good.
They had a bunch of singles back in the days, man. People will be surprised with these older gentlemen, because they don't really give you a lot of news on them as we go on in life. They always, I'm going off topic again, but I was thinking about the same thing. Like, so we crowned certain people kings in our era, right? And then I feel like we skipped a lot of generational people and went straight to this new era, and now they're trying to crown kings of new era, and we missed people like Rick Ross and Fat Joe's and damn, what was the other person's name? I forgot. But I feel like we skip over them as far as what they did in the music career too. It's kind of like how
I don't
feel.
think we do.
No, not
You know what
us
I'm saying?
personal. I think as
you're
a
right.
collective.
Pardon me, my thigh's killing me.
I think as a
But,
collective in the hip hop world, I think we look over those people because we went from Jay Nas Kings, Biggie
See, but
Kings,
that's the thing, and
to
that's why
now
I
we're
say,
talking
like,
about people like Drake and even younger than that, like YMBs
But I
and
mean-
stuff, and we're like we missed
See, like, this is my thing.
we missed
This is
our
my
whole
take on it.
20s. Not we, but a lot of the hip hop genre missed what we in our 20s listened to, and those people did a lot of things like Rick Ross and other people. and
That's
shit.
why I said, like, for me, in my book and with my take, you know what I'm saying? That's why my conversation of music, it'll get extensive with those that I feel can meet me on that level mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I, personally they all get their just due from me.
Yeah, for me too.
Because I'm well aware of them and their careers.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of what they did got overshadowed because of what other artists were doing, and the way that people were gravitating to other artists. But you can never overlook what Rick Ross has accomplished. And I say this, the reason why I say this is because for each one of them, they've accomplished so much
There's a
through
spider.
music.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Through music, they've accomplished major feats. Rick Ross is a restaurant chain owner.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I meant. It's like I feel like we say Jay-Z and look at this nigga, and then we say Nas because when we were growing up as kids, they were becoming the kings.
Well, I mean,
right?
I think they all were becoming
Right,
kings.
I do too. But what
You
I'm
know,
saying
but-
is when we were old enough, like in our 20s, and then we started listening to Rick and Cams and shit. Now that we've 10, 15 years later after that, not us personally, but I feel like a lot of people just overlook them that are in our same age status and went straight to like who was after them. And now they're starting to put them in the conversation with people that when we grew up, we're like, they're in the conversation.
Well, I mean, when we were coming up, we weren't even carrying that King's mentality. I mean, you got to look at it. Nas had a good way of putting it on with this new album and what he said on one of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? And that was, like he said, you know what I mean? I said Peace King on one of my tracks way back in the day, and it took fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it was and that's why he gets the credit he deserves and gets the acknowledgement he deserves, because terminology and outlooks in which he was using at that point in time, we're just taking that torch and running with it in 2020.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, something that he was saying, something that he was already seen as a vision, the way he looked at black people period, kings and queens, a lot of people are taking that mind frame in today's world more. You know what I'm saying? So he would get his credit and his just due on that.
Yeah, and I said all that just to say, like people like Nice and Smooth, like you look and they see they had 3 studio albums, a bunch of singles. But if you were to ask anybody our age, kind of who they were, they'd be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I think if now this is where I'm gonna say this, and I will say this, and I don't mean to offend people in this shit, but fuck you. If you get offended, then if the shoe fit, wear it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. But joints like Nice and Smooth, artists like Nice and Smooth, when we talk about that type of shit, and we didn't need today in hip hop to touch base on them.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I take it back to when I got a funky rhyme with a funky style. I got the funky rhyme. Like for us, that's my upbringing. That's my come up.
Yeah, that's
so
what
when
I'm
we
saying.
talk this music shit and this hip hop shit, I could go way extensive than your average artist.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
people
saying?
wind up getting overlooked, but
So-
when you really think about it, you're like, oh shit,
But
remember that? Remember
my
this?
thing
Remember
is,
these?
my thing is when we talk about shit like that, just in our day-to-day topic and our day-to-day conversation with people, that kind of gives me an idea of how polished of an artist you are.
True.
Because to know where you're going, you got to know where you've been.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? If you want to know the direction in which you're about to take this, you got to know the origin in which it came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So for me, in my eyes and in my book, when we are talking with people and they can't relate to that,
Yeah.
that
what sucks,
song
is
didn't
like,
rock your world the way it rocked mines in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like then we not on the same page,
Right.
bro.
It's like that. It's like not to take away when you talk to Hispanic people and they be like, "Oh, I didn't listen to that because in my house my parents only listened to bachata."
Yeah.
Like it's totally different for us because like, well, what your parents listened to and thought was what you needed to listen. My parents listened to this.
Yeah,
And-
that's a whole fact. That's a
and,
whole fact.
So
You know what I'm
it
saying?
wasn't
Like,
even about
and that's why I say
choosing.
I'm very well rounded with it all because like my mom's, I was getting freestyle, I was getting R&B, I was
Yeah.
getting all of that.
Right.
My pops, I
right.
was getting hip hop, I was getting soul, I was getting blues.
Right.
You know, I was getting all of that. So when it really came down to it, it was just them really just dropping the seed and me taking it and
Taking
really
it,
cultivating
yeah,
it and,
exactly.
and turning it into something.
Exactly. That's what my point is. It's like I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, ever since I remember, I just loved music. It
Yeah.
didn't matter that it was rap because Hot 97 didn't even play hip hop when I was a baby or up until the age of like 6 or 7. They played rock and roll music.
And they really didn't have enough content of it to play it. You know what I'm saying?
So
So when you really look at it, it's like, that's why I say, like, when we get to that conversation, and like I said, I'm able to touch back on tracks like that.
yeah.
If I touch base on that track and I don't see that spark in your face, that's gonna spark in my face. If I
Yeah.
hear that motherfucker,
Yeah.
I know we ain't on
Like,
the same
yo,
page.
you
with
say
this.
you say that, and moving on. This is one of those tracks. The Sugar Hill Gang released the song "Rapper's Delight."
Oh yeah,
September
come on now.
16th, 1979. Like, if there's no person that love hip hop and don't even know how to sing this song, and I'm not talking about the Redman version and the Keith Murray, because that shit was hard too.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
my
yeah.
shit. But I'm talking about the original Sugar Hill shit, man. Rapper's Delight. That's one of this is September 16th, 1979. That was one of the illest joints.
Yeah, that right there is a part of the holy grail of this.
I feel like
you know what I'm saying?
that's why
in
this
my
shit's called
opinion-
hip hop.
Yeah, in my
Because
opinion.
of this song, because this nigga was like hip hop.
The
hip,
bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I really feel like that's for me. You know what I'm saying? That's the holy grail. That's a part of the holy grail of this.
Yeah.
That gave you the party element of it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Then you had the tracks like "Don't Push Me," cause
Yep.
I'm closed. That gave you the street and the what was going on in society.
Yep.
That brought you right into that world of it. You know what I'm saying? And it
Facts.
was different tracks that opened up different elements.
Yeah.
But like I said, when we talking this music shit and we start talking with artists,
Yeah.
your knowledge of this is what's gonna give me the idea of how polished of an artist you are.
Yeah, facts. And that's why I feel like, a lot of the times in the media, they fuck up hip hop's connotation because, like, when you really know what it came from and what it's about and the music and shit, and you understand it's real poetry. It's
That's
real,
a whole fact.
It's real fucking feelings. And if it didn't make people dance and feel good and spend money, would it be different in the media's eyes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If it didn't generate so much for so many multimillionaires that were created through it,
Yeah.
would it have meant that much? You know,
Right,
I
right.
get what you're saying.
Like that's what sucks about hip hop nowadays when they play, because I'm gonna move forward after this, but like for me, growing up with parents that were like, man, that's not a viable option of life.
Yeah.
You know, like and you're like, but they're doing it kind
Shit,
of thing.
think that's how rap was looked
That's
at.
what I mean. That's what I mean.
You
Like
know?
even up until the '90s, late '90s, rap wasn't looked at as something where nowadays where niggas is like, I'm trying to be a rapper career.
Yeah, now you got
Like, it was
women
something
like
if
my
you-
baby gonna be a rapper.
Yeah.
Like what? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's cool because
We
I get
came
that.
a long way.
I get two parts of that. That it is probably a little bit more viable now, but at the same time, it's probably not, because you have to be talented. You know what I'm saying?
To a degree.
To a degree, because you're gonna be a one-hit wonder. But then if that's all you know, let me say there's people that have been groomed to be a singer their whole life, hit
Yeah.
a certain spot in their life, 20s, 30s, and fall off. Don't know anything else in their life.
That's a
They
whole
don't know how to
fact.
work. They don't know how to do shit. So
That's true.
there's a gift and curse to that.
That's true.
And I feel like that's why we grew up and our parents were like, no, that is not viable, because you don't need to know something else, stupid. You know what I'm saying? And which helped me and it didn't, because I probably could have been on a lot sooner in life, but I also went and learned other shit.
Yeah, you became well-rounded.
Right, facts. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
More, closer in time, Kid Cudi. He released his debut studio album.
You skipped one, you know that, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I skipped one.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
DJ
so sorry.
Shadow
I'm so
releases
sorry.
his debut solo album.
DJ Shadow. He released his debut solo album. Oh, okay. Introducing. I said that in the wrong tone, but the name of the album is called Introducing.
Mm-hmm.
And September 16th, 1996.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Shadow, man. Shout out to all DJs, man, because I that was my first, my first touch into doing live music for other people.
Hey, man, you guys are one of the essential elements of hip-hop,
More
man.
essential than they make it seem.
Yes, sir.
And back to what I was saying, Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Cudi released his debut studio album, Man on the Moon.
A lot of hits came off that.
Yeah. End of the Day, September 15th, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Kid Cudi, man, because he came out of nowhere for me. And so I liked his style. It wasn't like always like the hardcore rapping. You got every bar, sound, a syllable, whatever and shit. You had like this melodic style.
Yeah, creative content.
Yeah, it was really creative,
Creative
man.
content.
Shout out to Kid Cudi, man. Give respect. But hopefully people like him too in the future become big synonymous names in the music industry.
I think he will, and I think he will because he's in a lot of different shit. He's very diverse.
Yeah,
almost to the likes of like Childish Gambino or one of them.
Yeah.
Like Childish Gambino got a lot of his hand is in.
I like Childish Gambino because like when it was so trippy when he came out because he was coming out with music and TV shows
Doing
and
the same
movies
thing,
at the same time. So I'm like, yo, this guy look like that guy.
Confused a lot of people. Yeah, confused a lot of people.
And then they're like, this is Danny Glover's son. I'm like, that's not Danny Glover's son. The nigga don't even look like he's light skinned as shit.
Donald Glover, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, you know that, right? It's not Danny Glover's son, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was just like, yo, niggas had me tripping for a while. But I really, I don't aspire to be him, but that's like something I do. Like,
I've been a fan of Childish Gambino.
I've been a fan
for a
because
while,
I see,
so,
because I always felt like alone in that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, everybody always told me like, oh, you do too much. You gotta do one thing. But then when I see somebody like that do his thing, become big, and he's doing multi, it gives me more faith in myself because I'm like, well, fuck that. Like if this nigga could make it big, he do it, and I've been doing this, I could do something.
Yeah.
You don't tell me I could do one thing.
And shout out to him as well, man.
Yeah. And here we go, man. We were just talking about this. Nas.
We've been talking about the guy a lot this month. This month has been pretty major for him, man. He's been talked about a lot, man.
Happy belated birthday,
yes,
Nas. Yo. September 14th, 1973.
Happy belated,
Got
bro.
me on 10 years, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and this man right here, I don't have to speak too much on Nas. We already did that. Mm-hmm. But this man right here, yo, I was so happy to see this. And this is at the end of the list. So this is a good way to kick off the fucking list, yo.
Yeah,
with your man, the old dirty bastard.
Brooklyn
Zoo. Yeah,
man.
Building. And yo, I love this dude's style, man. This nigga killed the industry. Too bad, he passed away and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
We couldn't get a little bit more of what we need. Old dirty bastard in 2020.
Well, shout out to his son because his son is doing a lot of good things with the music right now, man. And his son,
I seen him walking around with the Wu-Tang now. And
and his son definitely give you that vibe of him, man. And when you look at him, it's definitely him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, definitely, I think this is a time where we don't have him in the physical no more.
Yeah.
So to embrace just the memory of him, definitely take the time and get to know what he left, his lineage, his kids. You know what I'm saying? Because his son is doing his thing in the music world.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And it's only right we could check him out and see a part to him.
Yeah, an old dirty bastard would have been really good in 2020. Just to have, just so he can get on TV and sell us something. Just the mentality of himself.
One thing about him is he kept it 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you weren't going to get a gimmick or you weren't going to get a put together, plotted idea from him. You know what I'm saying? It was how he was feeling. It was raw emotion. Yeah, it's how I'm feeling and how I'm giving it up. You either fucking with it or you're not.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But salute the ODB, man. And this album right here is definitely one of those albums that it was like,
yeah, I don't know if I said it. Let me And this is released his second and final studio album, Nigga Please.
Nigga Please.
And that was September 14th, 1999, man.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to ODB, man. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, yo. And that's it for Today in Hip Hop, man.
Well, you know, I mean, we already know it is. That concludes Today in Hip Hop, but
Yes,
we
sir.
still going on with the
Well,
theme
we
of
got
the
some
hip-hop.
other hip hops today.
You figure deal
to
me?
give you.
So, you know, right now what we going to do, like we said, is Artist Appreciation
Yep.
Day. And we've been giving that appreciation, so I feel it's only right we jump back to it.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to go back to Hanzo Blades, and then I'm going to do a song that he featured on with Bobby. It's called Bobby Blades.
Mm-hmm.
And he featured on with a gentleman, and he sent us the track.
That's
So
what's
we're
up.
going to get into this. Hanzo Blades. The song's called Bobby Blades, yo.
Let's do it, man. Shout out to Hanzo Blades.
Yeah.
Yo,
This shit's grimy, daddy. It's grime wave.
Rob Trey, what up? Yo, check it out, yo. When the sample kicks in, I go on commando missions. If the Rambo grip the handle, then you know your man gon' miss it. You keep speaking to the walls, cause all your fans will listen. Yeah, I got your real on my balls, now she hands on fixin'. Heard the word that she can hear like she's so damn proficient. Look, these birds trying to take my bread, panko chicken. I stay rolling up that dank, you know my gas smoke different. Gotta pour some absinthe in my tank, picture that bango dripping. You don't wanna beef on wax, I leave the candles dripping. Yeah, I'm going solo with the hands, that's when I land those fissin'. Like Johnny Cage, your body cage just from the shadow kicking. I pull your soul right at your skull, now I got Thanos vision. Proceed to take control with a click like I'm channel switching. Leave all of my enemies and foes completely battle stricken. Whether on the microphone or if I'm sample flipping, Rob Trey your hands on the trample or the competition. Words.
It's time we show you pussies how to play it proper. Got my big chick singing like I slayed an opera. Shotgun blast, I hit you with the trunk popper. Through muddy waters, I am noble like the funk doctor. Your dead fan got you sleeping in a bedpan. I'ma slap the shit out ya, Red Man. From R.I. to NY, you know the pens fly. We going crazy on a beat before the pens dry. On my wrist and shit, Bobby going digital. With hands on the track, competition looking pitiful. No fate, no biggie, we ain't missing you. We just looking for a cipher we can get into. Flows out of this world is so prolific. We in tune to give you fools something different. Yeah, it's fucking crying and you bitching. We turn the heat up, it's hot in Hell's Kitchen. Word.
Yes, sir. We back.
Uh-huh.
We back.
Uh-huh.
That was Hanzo Blades. You already know Bobby Blades.
Yes,
Bobby
sir.
Blades, right? Like a
The
blade.
name of the song is called Bobby Blades. The
Yeah.
gentleman that is song who is his that he's featured with is Rob something. And I'm not quite sure of his name. If Hanzo wants to check in and give the name, I'm sorry, but I know it's a feature.
Okay. Oh, so it's somebody else's project. He's on it.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Bobby Blades, man, that was a dope joint. Y'all already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole
Definitely.
Grind Wave family on that one.
Yeah, respect,
and moving
brother.
on, we're going to get into another joint by another artist who, you know, fucks with the MELLO-ROOM. That's one of my people. You know what I mean? Shout out to Low Life Joe and the
Low
whole
Life
camp.
Joe, what's up, B?
You already know what it is, man. And I've been getting a lot of good remarks about. It's funny because, you know, with a lot of this is what are people catching when they tune in?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a few people that tuned in caught it on one of his joints.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So the On the Way to
Probably
the Beach
Ocean
joint.
Crashing.
Yeah, the Ocean's Crashing joint. So, you know, the cool thing about it is a few people been asking about that joint, man. So it lets you know it's a testament to your work, man. You got something good there.
Definitely, yo.
You know what
Shout
I mean?
out
But we're
Low.
going to get into a different joint by
Right.
Low Life Joe today
Called Worth It.
called Worth It.
Featuring
you know what I'm
Polo
saying?
407.
Yes, sir. Shout out to him as well, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's get into it.
Facts.
With the shit now, nigga with the shit now. Told that bitch to go and get down. Polo with the shit like, just different with the shit now. Polo in the bed now.
Know why you do that shit?
Shawty worth it, ain't no harm in these fouls. Shawty worth it, so we ride with the top down. She got a man, but what is there to stop now? I watch her play with it, no chance for time out. Shawty worth it, ain't no harm in these fouls. Shawty worth it, baby, slide onto my spot now. She got a man, but what is there to stop now? I watch her play with it, no chance for time out. It's been a minute since a nigga tried to kick it, found me back on Instagram, and now we on. Ay, you like my pictures, done my message, quit the stressing. I can see your man ain't nothing like we was. Ay, she stick around just like a logo. Ay, pussy wetter than a turbo. Ay, remember when you sent me photos? Ay, talking about your man ain't home though. Ay, been a minute since the nigga tatted us. Remember when we used to get out after class? Ran it up, we made it happen, you the bad bitch. Don't get ahead, still see I'm sad. Fish, pussy wetter than a turbo. Ay, she stick around like she a logo. Ay, remember when you sent me photos? Ay, talking about your man ain't home though. Ay, shawty with it, ain't no harm in these files. Shawty with it, so we ride with the top down. She got a man, but what is there to stop now? I watch her play with it, no chance for time out. Shawty with it, ain't no harm in these files. Shawty with it, baby, slide onto my spot now. She got a man, but what is there to stop now? I watch her play with it, no chance for time out.
It's been a minute, I've been out just trying to get it. I just had to take a second, hit your phone. She say, oh no you didn't, you been playing like a scrimmage. Go ahead boy, your time ticking, metronome. Yeah, you made me wanna shut the block down. Yeah, pull up on you, we gon' slide out. Yeah, they looking at you when you hop out. Yeah, girl you the business and you worth every penny. Yeah,
shawty with it, ain't no harm in these files. Shawty with it, so we ride with the top down. She got a man, but what is there to stop now? I watch her play with it, no chance for time out. Shawty with it, ain't no harm in these files. Shawty with it, baby, slide onto my spot now. She got a man, but what is there to stop now? I watch her play with it, no chance for time out.
Yes, sir. We back in the building how we supposed to be. Shout out to Low Life Joe and
man,
Polo
that shit was fire,
407.
yo.
That was with the joint Worth It. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, man, I got to hear the project before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm
Murdered that shit, homie.
I look at it like once the world get a little ear of it, you know, they gonna love it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They definitely got a vibe. Him and his team, they definitely got a vibe coming out of that camp that you know is fit for radio and you know that mainstream. You know what I mean? Look,
Yeah.
shout
That's
out
what's
to
up,
them,
yo.
man. Big shout out to
Yeah,
them.
big shout out to them, man. Like we said, man, everybody sends us fire in here, dog.
Yeah, and it's dope because you see we've been getting off a lot of it today, man. But right now, it's only right that we take the time to give it up with sports.
Ooh, sports.
You dig a dig, you dig a dig. And yeah, man, like I said, in the sports world, it's been crazy. It's really actually interesting because I want to say this is like the first time in history where you have the NHL playoffs, you got the NBA playoffs, you got baseball going into the Fall Classic right now.
Yeah.
And then you also have the NFL that just kicked back off and got into admission with shit.
Yeah.
Along with golf being played right now.
A lot of
along
sports
with
being played.
U.S. Open just wrapped up.
Yep.
You know, so, I mean, all of that's going on, man. So the sports world is really on tilt right now. It's a lot going on. Shout out to all of the people, all of the athletes within all different forms of sports.
Yeah.
Because the way you guys are stepping up and using your platform is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely want to thank you guys for not letting people go unheard. You know what I'm saying? You guys are definitely
That's
still keeping that
facts.
alive.
Don't
making
listen
sure
to the people that
voice.
talk about you got a job to do, man.
Yeah, you know, you guys are definitely making sure that the voice is still being heard and that people are still paying attention.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? But in the football world, which is actually, you know,
Just
that's
ramping up.
one of the most controversial worlds where it comes to taking a stand and doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of good football being played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With last week's games, we seen a lot go down. There was a lot of people that were highly questioning the Cam Newton move in New England. We got to see that worked out pretty good for him.
Yeah, he actually wound up winning, and
wound up
Tampa Bay
winning.
wound up losing.
Yes, they did. You know what I'm saying? And that actually
That's
was
funny, right?
that was the tale of two different flips of the coin on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are curious to see Brady without Belichick.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Patriot fans was like, "We going to Tampa." They was watching Tampa game and watched the Patriots win.
Oh yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying?
Definitely. Well, I mean, in today's world of it, you know, this Sunday of it,
Yeah.
it seems like it's been a little different with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because in today's world, the Patriots did. I mean, it's actually crazy because they play tonight, so we're gonna get to see what the Patriots do tonight.
Right.
Which I picked my bets already. You know what I'm saying? But we actually got to see what Tom Brady and the gang did, and they actually put the stomp on Carolina today.
Damn.
Yeah. They definitely put the beat
Carolina
down on
Panthers is unfortunately they one of those teams, man. They go like through ups and downs and shit.
Yeah, they definitely do. You know what I'm saying? And this is their first year without
yeah.
Cam Newton. This is the first year with Teddy Bridgewater at the helm. You know what I mean? And he's the full-time job. He's the full-time holder there. You know what I mean? So they're in the transition phase right now. They're really learning the new offense. Not a new offense, but they're learning a new quarterback, new system from a new quarterback.
Okay.
You know, so you're going to see the ups and downs of them. You know what I mean? They're not going to get it clicking as fast as a team as Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay, they got a lot of pieces that they bring in to make this a very high-powered team. You know what I'm saying? And really, it's the offense. They really stepped it up with a high-powered offense.
Oh, the offense stepped up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the defense really pans out with it as the year goes on.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get more tougher teams as we go along with it.
Yeah, especially what we got going on in the world, too.
Definitely. That's a whole fact. But, you know, like I said, today Tampa Bay took that game. And also, you know, in today's games, it was just a quick thing, man. Like today we had a big showdown with Lamar Jackson and Deshaun, Watson from the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. And everybody was talking about that game. It was a lot being carried on about that game because, you know, those are two high-powered quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the Texans aren't holding that much power on the offense, so we have yet to see, because they actually let go of their biggest offensive threat in DeAndre Hopkins, who's now with the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But it paired out to be a good thing, you know what I mean? The Ravens today, it seems like they picking back up where they left off last season.
Yeah.
Ain't really skipping a beat. The score right now in that game is 20-7.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We also had...
I got to watch me some football games.
Yeah, you got to catch you some, man. It's been some interesting shit.
I leave so early on the day and Sunday, man, that I don't even get the chance to watch anything.
I feel you. You also had the Steelers and the Broncos today going at it. Big Ben is back this year.
Oh, shit.
Looking
this
pretty
still
good.
Kicking?
Yeah. Big Ben holding on, man. He looking pretty good this year, you know what I mean?
up?
He got back. He got his elbow and his shoulder situated right, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what he comes
back.
back.
It's the future, man. Then got a whole brand new arm, a robotic
mechanic arm and shit, right? And it's funny, too, because he's talking about how you feel like 20 years younger and shit with it, you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see, but actually they did pick up their second win today.
All right.
They beat the Giants last week, motherfuckers.
Shut the fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't even said that. I didn't care.
Hey, man, I had to keep it funky. You know that. This week, though, they took down the Broncos.
Watch it. When I don't watch the Giants is when they lose.
Well, this week is when they took down the Broncos. So, Big Ben and them stepped up 26-21. They pulled it out. You know what I mean? In other action, you got the Rams that beat the Patriots. You know what I mean? So the Los Angeles Rams, not the Patriots, I'm sorry, the Eagles. It's just those games are right next to each other.
Oh, you're reading both of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I yawned there.
Yeah, you all good, man. But yeah, the LA Rams, they beat the Philadelphia Eagles today, in which I thought was going to be a closer game.
Yeah.
Because they got Carson Wentz back. He seems pretty healthy. They got a lot of their pieces back to their offensive side of the ball that really you didn't get to see a lot of them last season. So last season with what they were making work,
right,
a lot of people were surprised come down towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
But this year, being that you got a lot of those pieces back and some new pieces in place, a lot of people have been curious to see is what the Eagles going to have going on.
It's always the Eagles, man. The Eagles always got to look at them.
Yeah, I mean, and in other news, the Bills took down the Dolphins, which is a good divisional game. So I'm sure that game was quite good because division rivalries are always good.
Man. If Dolphins played better, I'd be a Dolphin fan, yo. For real.
Hey, man, my pops is a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
He's been one for years.
Oh,
man.
I'm a Giants fan, though, till death. So, I'm always one of those underdog team pickers anyway.
Yeah. Seeing right now, also with the games that are going on right now, you got the Chiefs right now that are taking advantage of the Chargers are taking advantage of the Chiefs right now. It's 14-6. And then you also got the Cardinals that are stomping out Washington. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They stomping Washington 20-0 right now.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Washington, too, man. They're another fucking team, dog. Like, that they could be great. It's just like they never do. You know?
They always got high expectations. You're right. You're absolutely right about that because they're one of those teams that people always have high expectations for.
Yeah. People make fun of Giants fans for being Giants fans, and they could be Redskin fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're making fun of me, nigga?
That's
You
true.
know- oh, I said, I'm sorry, not Redskins, Washington fans. Washington football team.
Yeah. You got to get that right because we are on a different day today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another news too. Also, you got the Colts that beat the Vikings. They took them down 28-11. You know what I
Nice.
mean? You got Tennessee. Let me see what they look like. They pulled it out in their game today. They were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars and they pulled it out 33-30, which was a tight game actually.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
You know what I'm saying? Also, you got the Packers that beat the brakes off the Lions, 42-21.
Packers always been nice, too.
Yeah, they have, man. And then
Lions
you got
haven't been good since Mike, what's his name?
and you might want to cover your ears for this one because you ain't gonna want to hear this
Giants
one.
got
But
destroyed.
the Bears pulled it out over the Giants today, 17-13.
Isn't the Bears where this nigga's at?
Who that?
Beckham? No, he's on the
No.
Browns. He's the
Beckham
Browns.
is with the Browns,
Browns,
who
Browns.
actually on Thursday night they beat the Bengals.
I heard they did pretty good.
Yeah, they beat the Bengals. Beckham really didn't do
They
too
said
good.
they starting to look like a team that we thought they were gonna be.
Yeah, they are, but they're actually shopping Odell Beckham right now on the trading block.
Well, you know what, man? He fucked himself, yo.
They're actually shopping
I
him
feel
right
like
now.
he fucked himself trying to be too celebrity.
I mean, a lot of it really just comes with show and prove.
It's like another T.O.
He got a lot of highlight catches.
That's what I'm saying. It's like another T.O. Like
but
he was
really,
a great
like, what
fucking-
have you done to progressing a team?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You
It's
know?
like T.O. did a lot, man.
Mhm.
But then being so fucking celebrity about his shit kind of fucked him up in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're absolutely right, man. And on that note, I'm gonna toss it on into the NBA because that's what's really that's what's
Ballin'.
been shaking right now. You know what I mean? Last night you had the Boston Celtics. They actually pulled out a win against the Miami Heat.
Uh-oh.
Because
So
Miami
it's
took a
2-1?
commanding. Well, Miami took a
3-1.
commanding 2-0 lead.
It's 2-1.
And right now it's 2-1. Boston was able to pull one out last night, and they pulled it out in a how can I put it? In a convincing win. You know what I mean? Last night it really didn't seem like it was. From the way you seen them play last night, you would have thought they would have been up 2-1.
Right.
Vice versa. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
But it definitely doesn't take anything away from the Heat. You know, I mean, within a 7-game series, you're not always expected to have great games. You are going to have off games as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I definitely, I'm looking forward to seeing the intensity that they bring come next game.
Yeah, I actually want. I like the Celtics, but I want to see Miami pull this one out.
The interesting thing about Miami is this right here should put a bad taste in their mouth because through the run of the playoffs, they were only 10-1.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
last night actually bring them to 10-2. You know, so being that they got the taste of defeat in their mouth now, let's see how they bounce back and come back from that. And let's see
They've
if
been
Boston.
spoiled too much.
Yeah. And let's see if Boston could actually hold up the
But
momentum in which they came
Boston
through
are
with last
fighters,
night.
though.
They are,
Yeah.
and they actually came with it last night. So it's going to be
So-
interesting to see. I think the next game is Wednesday in that series. So, you know, people lock in and get ready to check it out. Tonight, though, we are definitely going to get to see game 2 of LeBron James and the Lakers going at the Joker and the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
In the first game on that one, it really was, I think, what everybody thought it was going to be. You know, LeBron and then the Lakers dominated. You know what I mean? And it's like I told people, the edge is really going to be carried by them because they have players who know how to get it done. There are, 12 rings throughout the Lakers team. If you really sit back and count the players that have rings in their rings, there's about 12 of them there. So, in my opinion, I feel like they have the edge because they have the players there that know how to get it done.
Yeah.
I don't sleep on the youth of Denver because they get it done. They came back from 2-3-1 series.
Just as long as your man don't run the other way, yo, Lakers should be good.
Yeah, right. Well, he ain't in the game as much like that to do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when he in the game, he better know which way he got to run.
Yeah, you see how they try to make fun of him shooting out of bounds that one game? And shit?
Yeah. But nah, I mean, you know, it's dope to see, man. I think LeBron is definitely hungry. I think his hunger is at an all-time high. You know what I mean? And I think he's definitely got his eye on the prize with this. I think he's trying to restore that win factor to the Lakers. You know what I mean?
I think it's one of those things, too. It's like the conversations are always so heavy about what LeBron is.
Yeah.
And
to the sport or whatever, yeah.
So it's like, he's like, I'm gonna do this again, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then let's see where it goes from there. Let's see
Yeah,
where
yeah,
the
yeah. Well, I
conversation-
mean, this year it's looking like it's a good chance and a good opportunity that the Lakers will be hoisting the trophy up at the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it would look good for Miami to win and take it there, but then you kind of look at it and you're like, damn, will Miami beat the Lakers? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
you know.
like-
So,
and
I
in
mean-
Boston, you're like, shit, I don't even know that. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the good thing about it, you know, it's entertainment. You know what I mean? And then right now it's doing what it's been
Yeah,
set
like
out to
any
do.
entertainment,
Entertaining.
yo, you never know. Miami might take it out. They might take them out. They might
You
go
never
all
know.
the way.
And that'll be something big for just the for the sake of entertaining.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been good, man. It's been going down. It's a pleasure to see, man. And, it's a lot of excitement that's going on with it. It's gonna be interesting because once it wraps up, they're gonna be going right back into a season come December.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's actually pretty interesting to see. It's going to be even more interesting to see how that plays out once it happens.
Facts, yeah.
You know what I mean? But shout out to all 4 teams that are left within the bubble. You know what I mean? Best of luck to all of you, whoever gets there. You know what I mean? I'm hoping the Lakers get there, myself. You know what I'm saying?
You were a Lakers fan, so
I've been a fan of a few teams, but I fuck with the Lakers right now and what they got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been a Lakers fan solid for quite a few years just with Kobe, you know what I'm saying, and shit. So, you know.
That's what I'm saying. You was always pretty solid when
Yeah,
Kobe
yeah,
was
yeah.
there
I
as
fuck with
following
them.
the Lakers anyway.
Kobe and Shaq was my guys, and when they got there, I was with them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So big shout out to them, man. Like I said, shout out to all 4 teams that are left in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? That's in baseball. They getting ready to go into the Fall Classic. It's about to get real intense in there.
Baseball, man.
You know
it's
what
crazy.
I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's getting intense. The Yankees been heating up today. They took a loss. I know the Red Sox actually snapped they win streak today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Well, that's like their rivals anyways.
Yeah, the motherfuckers. But you know, it's getting more interesting, man. The White Sox are leading in their division, I do believe. There's also, it's going to be interesting because when they do, I heard they were actually talking about going into like a bubble setting.
What's that? Baseball?
Yeah.
They could pull it off.
So it's going to be interesting because I think they were
They could
talking
pull off
about,
putting a
but they're
dome
talking about
over
doing this as the for the playoffs.
I'm saying
So
they
if
could
it's
pull off putting a
implemented in
dome
the
over a
playoffs,
field and shit.
If it's implemented in the playoffs, I think they were saying something like the World Series will be played in Dodger Stadium or in one of the stadiums in Texas. You know what I mean? So
It would be pretty cool to watch. I probably would watch. I don't know what's the difference, but having no people in the stands, and they're gonna have the digital stand like the basketball and shit like that.
It's interesting because when you're watching the game with different people, you'll get different takes on it. Some people could take to it. Some people, they just can't vibe with it.
I just think we're looking at the future of watching sports.
It's hard to
You know what I'm
vibe with it
saying?
because you miss the excitement of the fans.
I just think we're watching an implemented thing for sports. Like even if they
Like
put,
you think sports is going in that direction?
no, they might put people back in the stands, but I think they're gonna offer you the option to buy tickets to sit
Virtually watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they may do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cool idea, but I just feel like if I'm gonna virtually watch it, I'd rather watch it in
I'd rather
person.
stand in person too.
You know what I'm saying? But
So I'm 100% with you.
yeah, so I mean, so you know, for the most part, that's been dope, man. And then coming along in the fighting news, you know what I'm saying? I seen some interesting shit with Roy Jones and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, about him
shit.
being worried or a little bit nervous or whatever.
Yeah, I guess they're taking it as nervous. A lot of the reporters and things
Yeah.
like that. I wouldn't think it's too much nervousness. I just think it's just understanding that I'm older now.
Yeah.
I haven't done this in a few years.
Well, like I was watching Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan was talking about it, and he was like that he talked to Mike Tyson after that. Mike Tyson said, "I was in the bed for a week after that. I couldn't, the little promo video he got where he's fucking beating the shit out of something.
Yeah.
He said, I was in the bed for a week after that. I couldn't even move my whole body, yo.
I believe it.
He's like, I'm too old and shit. So I'm pretty sure both of them are worried about, getting hit the wrong way or just
the
throwing out a
health
shoulder
comes
and
into
shit.
it. Ego is one thing, but the body is a whole nother thing.
I'm pretty sure they know it's for entertainment, and this is not for the fucking bell. And
well, I mean, I
what I'm
hope so
saying?
too, and I'm sure they do. But just in the mind and in the heart of a fighter, one hit the wrong way, could spin you, and you like, oh no. Now you're like, man, fuck this.
And you're down.
It could always be that thing that goes either way. You know what I'm saying? But we just hope it stays in a cool, clean, fun fashion. You know what I'm saying? It'll be good to see
And
both
nobody
of those
gets
men in
hurt.
the ring.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll be
We
interesting
can't have
to
Mike
see what
Tyson
happens.
getting hurt right now.
Yeah, you really don't want to see Roy Jones walk out like, damn, Mike put him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see that neither. You know what I'm saying? You just want to see something cool, entertaining, good for both guys. You know what I mean? Two legends of the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm definitely going to watch that myself.
Yeah, to see them get in there and do their thing and just have fun with it, I think that'll be super dope. You know what I mean? Because they never had any bad blood within there. They're of two different eras, first of all.
Yeah, two different eras. They were
You know
two
what I'm saying?
different classes.
Yeah, they're of two different eras, different classes when they were doing their thing. So
Yeah.
it'll be dope to see them just get in there and do what they do.
Hell yeah,
I think a lot of
that'd be
people miss
sick.
seeing Mike in the ring. A lot of people miss seeing Roy in the ring.
Hell yeah.
So just to get that glimpse of both of them in the ring, it's almost kind of like how they're doing with Versus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
almost the same aspect.
It's kind of cool to think, damn, we get to see two legendary
Yeah,
boxers.
this is like a fight night video game matchup.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
I'm gonna fight with Roy. You pick Mike and shit.
Definitely. And I'm very excited to see it and see how it plays out. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Shout out and salute to both of those men. You know, they both got a lot going on. Mike got the podcasting. He got his resort. You know, he got a lot of different shit.
I want to
going
go
on.
to that fucking resort, man.
Yeah, I want to check that shit out too. I definitely
totally
want
wanna
to
go
check
there.
that shit out too, man. But on that note, man, y'all already know, man, it's a dope weekend, Ooh Sports. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a doper week next week because we're gonna have a lot more going on.
We see the winners of today's match.
We may be able to let y'all know who's gonna be in the finals by then. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out this week. You know what I mean? But hey, man, I look forward to seeing y'all next week because y'all already know I'm gonna be right here doing the same thing for you.
Yeah,
you heard?
man. That's it for Ooh Sports, yo.
Yes, sir, man.
So
on that note, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, pass it around like a joint, and make sure we get to hit it. You heard?
Yeah, so before we end today's show, I'm gonna play one last song, and then after that song, I'm gonna announce the winner of the question contest, whatever you want to call it, and then we do our shout outs, man. We get back to you another Sunday, yo.
Sounds like a deal.
So I'm gonna go ahead and play some Lou O.D. We brought him up earlier. We haven't played a couple of his older joints in a while.
Facts.
You see, he's doing his thing on Facebook. He got the video up, and he's doing his little thing 1-2 out there.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out Lou O.D. and we'll tag him in the comments before we play his joint. So we're gonna get into Corona Out. Just for some of what people don't know, this is older. He made this like when coronavirus first started.
Yeah, he did.
And we coming out of it. So we gonna play Corona Out. By Lou O.D., yo.
Big shout out to Lou O.D.
Facts.
Hey. MK. Hey. Woo.
All right, I'm gonna play this song. Then we'll do a shout out, and then I'll end it.
Hey. All of my rocks, they clear. Diamonds is dancing,
What
they
song
look
we
like they
playing to
popping
go
out.
out with?
Couple of bands in my jeans. Got your bitch and she helping me count it out. All of my rocks, they clear. Diamonds is dancing, they look like they popping out. Couple of bands in my jeans. Got your bitch and she helping me count it out. Two hoes going dumb and she let the other one eat her out. I'm fucking her once. You probably gon' take her out. Got work on the raid with all of this work. I gotta go dump it out. It's Lou O.D. What the fuck is you talking about? At 10 years old, I had to go and leave from my mother house. Left in my father house. Had to get me another route. Had to learn how to flip an ounce. Put food in my daughter's mouth. Step back cause I got it now. Sick. They done let the corona out. All of my rocks, they clear. Diamonds is dancing, they look like they popping out. Couple of bands in my jeans. Got your bitch and she helping me count it out. All of my rocks, they clear. Diamonds is dancing, they look like they popping out. Couple of bands in my jeans. Got your bitch and she helping me count it out. All of my rocks, they clear. Diamonds is dancing, they look like they popping out. Couple of bands in my jeans. Got your bitch and she helping me count it out.
All right, you ready? Yes, sir. Back in the building, that was Lou O.D. with Corona Out.
Probably gonna play it again because I'm an idiot. There you go.
Nah, you already know what it is, man. That was Lou O.D. with Corona Out. You know what I mean? It's another weekend in the MELLO-ROOM, another Sunday fun day we've been doing here.
Yeah, man.
been
Thanks for
rocking out.
everybody who's been tuning in.
Much appreciated love,
If
man.
you just
Everybody
tuning
who's
in,
been
we getting out of here. I apologize.
Yeah, man. Also, we just got to let y'all know who won the contest, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Again, thanks for getting down with our little contest. We trying to reach out to more people, get you more involved. Excuse me. Like I said, every Sunday in the beginning of a podcast, we're gonna ask a question. By the end of the podcast, whoever answered in the comments first will win a prize. The prize does consist of two, either get you a Don't Harsh My Mellow t-shirt or the new design Mellow Room podcast t-shirt with a mask.
Indeed.
Either shirts comes with a matching mask. And also, if you're local and you don't want the shirt, then you can go ahead and take the studio time that's offered by Studio 1025. They sponsor this, so they will be giving up the 2 hours for free. You can come in, do your track, get something laid down, even network with some of the people that pop in and out of the studio and shit.
Facts.
So with that being said, now I'm gonna give out the winner, and shout out to Uncle Glenn who answered the question.
He been trying to get it too for the past couple weeks, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Uncle Gleazy for
Big
getting
shout
the
out to
question.
Uncle
And you definitely, I know how to reach out to you to get you your prize, sir. So you will be getting one of the newer model shirts for free.
Indeed.
Yeah, like I said, man, thanks for everybody who tunes in and sends us music and everything. Thanks for fucking with the questions and stuff like that, trying to win the prize, man. Shout out to D. Ramirez last week who won the shirt. I promise you, brother, man, you'll get your shirt coming up soon. Just a little problem with shipping, due to whatever's going on. And shout out to Jesse James.
Jesse James, the first contest
yeah,
winner.
He took the studio time, so he came through the studio 1025, showed some love. He made some videos he got up, posted with us in it and shit like that. So go check out his page, check out his shit, man. He got a big movement going on.
Big shout out to him and the team.
Yeah, man. So on our way out, like we usually do, man, shout out Airs Printing, LLC. Shout out to also Craves Dessert. Go to iCravesDessert.net if you're looking to get some tasty treats and designed in your way. Hit her up, and she'll get them done as fast as she can, delivered to you in just as early fashion. Shout out to everybody who tunes in every Sunday with us, and any other time through season 1 through season 2 into this season 3. Thanks to everybody who shows the love, man, and we see it. Go buy some merch, man. Studio1025.com/MRP merch, all one word, MRP merch. It'll take you right there. Or you just go to studio1025.com, man. Scroll down and you'll see, man, I got it all right there. You can check out what the studio got going on through the Instagram page. You can check out the MELLO-ROOM through Facebook and YouTube. I don't have an Instagram for MELLO-ROOM, but we're gonna start a Twitter, so that'll be up there. You can click right to the merch shop. It'll take you to the gear we got. It's in construction, so I'm making it a little bit easier, but just go there and check it out. It's there. It's ready. Go to the Coalition page, man. You see some of the older music me and Ooze have up. You'll see some of the newer music that's gonna be popping up. Go check all that out, man, and show some love, yo. Just same way we do to you. Big Ooze, man. It's on you, man.
Well, y'all already know for me, man. Shout out to everybody that fuck with us here at the MELLO-ROOM, man. It's nothing but love and positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people that fucks with me, how I fucks with y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Shout out to all my people back home, man. I see y'all doing your thing. Summer is coming to a close. Y'all getting that good fall weather right now. I actually spoke to my people earlier, and they let me know that the weather out there been beautiful. You know what I mean? So definitely take care of yourselves, because they are predicting this whole second round with this shit, and the weather does break out there quicker than it does here. So, definitely take care of yourselves and be on alert.
Yeah.
For all you artists out there that are doing your thing, feel free to send us some music. If you're trying to promote yourself or get yourself out there on some of these platforms.
Yeah, go ahead and email us. I'm pointing the wrong way. Email us right here to my left at this Gmail, your music. We also want you to send in some art. Send in your pictures, your art, man.
Yeah, if you got cover art or if you got videos, you can send in the video.
Yeah, man.
Either or, man, we'll be able to get it out there to the people and show them what you're working with. So I mean, this is, like I said, for all those artists out there, for artists back home, for artists all over the place. If you guys are looking to get yourselves out there and promote your music, start working the independent scene. We are a part of the independent scene, so I'm sure you guys will run into us. You know what I mean? But on that note, man, shout out to everybody around here, Kissimmee, Orlando. Y'all already know what it is. I love y'all. I fucks with y'all. Also, just shout out to everybody that tunes in and rocks out with the MELLO-ROOM, man. Like I said, like it, share it, pass it around. Make sure I get to hit it. Send it back. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You already know what it is, man. It's love.
Yeah, man. Of course, dog. And like usual, we always play a little joint on the way out of here. So what we're going to do is get into a little shit. Usually we play it, in the beginning, in the intro. But I took it out because I want to fall back from it a little bit. And we building a little portfolio, so pretty soon you're going to see this Coalition mixtape come out. But this is one of the tracks off of it by me and Big Ooze, and it's called Prosper. You know, it means basically, you know, as we prosper through all of this, you know, the shit get a little bit better. Mm-hmm. The joint is tight, produced, engineered and down by Ed Cypher, one of the head engineers in Studio 1025.
And it's recorded here at Studio 1025.
Produced and written and sung by me and Big Ooze, man. And this shit is called Prosper, dog. So I hope y'all enjoy it. We the fuck out of here. MELLO-ROOM. Yo, don't harsh my mellow.
Y'all already know, man. Peace.
Good evening. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you right here with us. I know it's been a while. I see them hating. Yeah, you see it. It's all right, though. We love it. Coalition, baby.
I think they mad cause the paint master suede in my shoes. It's like I came with the coupe. All the shade I do away with the roof. Made my way off the stoop. Played the game as a youth. I just happen to rap. Can't say the same for these dudes. That's that never going broke again. Nope. I went from selling dope and opiates to flowing over opuses. Go for broke with my associates. Elevating through these levels till we develop utopias. Witnessed by prophets, written by holy men. We holy men. Mastered by Jedi, we like the holy trend. The holy trend. Blowing holy smoke behind these smoky tents. Feeling godly, only God forgive me for my sins. I walk with giants, New Jersey driver like Jason Petty. The new Sopranos, Luciano, king of the city. It's family first, so you're down with them. The code of silence will get found missing. Coalition, hustled every day for the love of money. Love of money, raised in the jungle, every day Jumanji.
This is light work, nigga. Light work.
Raised in the jungle, every day Jumanji.
Yeah. Loogie, what's up? Been a while, right? Feels good this time around, though. Booth looking right. Studio looking good. Think I'll feed up on these niggas on this one. Yeah. Ooze almighty, they speak highly. Through conversations in which they describe me. Escalated as I elevated. The youth are educated. Make sure that's mentioned in my declaration. Switch gears as I jump tears. Tears repel off the windshield. As the engine jump gears, I'm up there. One of a kind, truly am I. Melanated, my skin provide the purest of shine. Inspired, my empire. Hell from the empire. Piece of the fam back in the empire. Coalition, we in great position. Wave of the future, my nigga, you see the vision. Let me tell it, we chillin'. Talk to me. Falling on deaf ears, now they can't talk to me. Cemetery of tracks, I done murdered them all. No longer studios, now we callin' them morgues. Flying high, overlooking the fog. View clear from here and I see it sucks to be y'all. You said it worked. So we pray for better tomorrows. What you mean? Fuck y'all niggas, man.